as he said it himself, the gateway drug to speed puzzling, to jigsaw puzzling, Karen Puzzles! We love you, Karen. One more time for Karen! Give her a round of applause! Thank you. Thank you so much, Karen, for bringing so many of the people here that are here today, even. We're so excited to have all of you here and be celebrating this very last competition of the weekend, the USA Jigsaw Nationals Teams Finals. Everyone's got just a minute to hang out, relax, shake off. Everyone, you can stand up, shake off a little bit of the jitters. Is everyone excited for this? Are you excited? As you guys should know by now, we have 100 teams in this room. All of you coming from your prelims, you should be so proud that you made it to the finals, all 100 teams here. As you know, the top 10 of you will earn some pretty cool prizes like some trophies, some puzzles, and some cash. You're going to have 3 hours to complete your 2 1,000-piece puzzles. And let's celebrate one more time that those puzzles are unreleased with some really cool artwork. Thank you to Ravensburger. Some really cool artwork from a really cool artist. We're going one more, maybe that's it.
Yes, we could. They're signing puzzles at 3 o'clock. You do the math, okay? There's still time for a twist. There's still time for a twist. You already got a round puzzle. One more twist if you want. As a reminder, these are always a little bit tricky. When you're completing your first puzzle, make sure, like usual, your hands go up. The judges know that you're done. When you're done, they will say complete. At that point, you can take that puzzle off of the table, go throw it on the ground, put it in your box. As soon as it's completely off of the table, they will then say go. At that point, that's when you can open that second bag. You can keep holding it, you can be scared, don't open it until they say go. Make sense? Sound good?
Okay, so I guess we're on right now, Jim.
Oh, fantastic.
Get ready. So folks can hear us talking over here because we're having some other technical audio issues with the rest of the announcements. So we're going to kind of run down the rules for Allie. I'm Valerie Coit.
And I'm Jim Eakins, also known as nerd_puzzle on Instagram.
Yeah, and we are here to commentate and bring you all the news from this round of the team final at USA Jigsaw Nationals 2026. And here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And they are
Oh
off
my gosh.
in this team's final. Now, in this round, they are going to have to go through 2 1,000-piece puzzles. We are going to open it up on screen right now. You can see
Yes.
Jules and Stemp attacking this thing right away, getting into
Right out of the gate.
And oh, wow, this is going to be wild. This is called Mountainside Puzzling by Steve Reed, and this is going to be a tricky one for a lot of our teams to get through.
Yes, I'm so excited to be debuting this puzzle finally. Steve Reed is like, I feel like celebrity status status in the puzzling world in terms of artistry. He does a lot of Ravensburger's most popular puzzles, a lot in the Cozy series. If you've done any of those, like, I mean, I don't know how else to describe them. They're just charming, cozy images, right? Like he has an artist studio. There's a potting shed. There's like just a variety of these like beautiful puzzles he does, and this one is like made for this event.
And you can see that this is sort of a cabin on the forest kind of scene. You can see that there's a fireplace over on the left-hand side that's very lovely. There's good stonework on it. The lighting on this is great. There's a dog underneath of a big throw rug over on the left. In the background, there's this beautiful gradient background sky that's broken up by this woodwork for the cabin itself. This is going to be really, really fascinating to watch these folks go through this. You can see up on screen right now, this puzzle is sitting right there. Again, this is the artist is Steve Reed, and oh, cool. We're going to get to draw. So check this out. I think a lot of the teams, they're going to try to use this hot center of the brightest yellow and this little bit of orange to try to give themselves a foothold through this. I'm curious if we're going to see any of the teams try to do this line work with those dotted lights across the top. But the other thing, this beautiful fireplace is going to be a good anchor point for a lot of the teams. So we're probably going to see full border builds from all of our teams. Those anchor points are going to go in. I have a sneaking suspicion that these books and this red couch is going to be pretty good.
100%.
The smartest way, breaking it up by those pillows every chance they get. If you can break this image down into little chunks that are about 15, 20 pieces, you're going to be a good spot. And also, check out underneath. This is a bit of a meta puzzle, as there are puzzles underneath of the table that they're going to be able to work through.
I know. I love it. It's very kind of inside baseball for the puzzling community. This is like your kind of perfect setting for doing a puzzle. You got this beautiful setting, and then, of course, a puzzle board, plenty of puzzles, and 2 Frenchies. I mean, who doesn't want their like cute little dogs hanging out? This is such a cozy, wonderful, just lovely image that I hope will be a pleasure for people to puzzle. However, typically this would be one of those nice, relaxing, like chill puzzles, but that is not the vibe today, obviously. These folks are going to speed through this as fast as possible.
This is really exciting. I think several of these teams are going to be able to chew through this one really quickly. We might see a couple of teams get this down around the 36-minute line. I'm gonna throw that flag into the ground right now.
Okay, Jim has thrown up predictions.
There's so many good anchor points to travel on for this. We can see that the flip is near complete at this point, which for a lot of the teams you would hope to have a flip close to around 3 minutes. You have 1,000 pieces divided by 4 people, so it's going very rapidly. You can see that I didn't catch the name of this team.
A lot on the sorting trays for that team there that we're watching.
Oh yeah, and you can see that red throw rug. It has such a great texture early on that attracts the eye and allows you to grab onto it. Again, this is just a fantastic image, and thank you so much for having me here, Val.
I'm so excited, Jim.
I'm just thrilled to be here with you.
I'm so excited that you're here for this round. I mean, this is the final event of our entire weekend, and it's the most fun. It's our team competition. There are 100 teams in this room. They've all made it through a qualifier to get to this round. They represent the top 50 teams, and they're qualifying. And now here we are. At qualifying, they had a 500 to do, followed by a 1,000-piecer. This one, it's 2 1,000s back to back. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and let's not underplay the amount of fatigue these puzzlers are going through. It's been a full weekend of back-to-back events, and so now they're capping it off with 2 1,000-piece puzzles that they're going to have to dig through. And look at this border already coming together. You can see that they're using this tactic of having those border pieces in the middle, pulling them to the outside where they're going to go. It saves so much time. Those little adjustments, these tiny optimizations over the course of 1,000 pieces that add up.
It's also crazy looking at it when we're starting to get a better picture of the pieces. I am seeing a lot of wood pieces there. Maybe a little bit more than I think I was estimating when you first look at the art for this. Getting a look at the pieces really starts to paint a larger picture of what this is going to be like for the puzzlers. So I do think maybe it's a little more challenging than we expect. I would say already you can tell the picture's going to be a little bit darker, which is the norm. I think everybody's just grown accustomed to the puzzle art on the box is always a little bit lighter than what you're going to see in the actual pieces in the assembled puzzle. But yeah, that's a lot of dark looking wood.
I'm not sure what team we're looking at here, but you can see they almost have the border fully complete under the 6-minute line. That is on pace. I think that's Team 22. That's going to be the Macro Puzzle Refinement team with Leslie, Cosmo, Rose, and Nicole. They're doing a fantastic job here out the gate. And over here, I believe this is the Connectors. And it's Karen Brownlow. I think that's Danny. I'm trying to remember the other names off the top of my head.
Sure, I know, and I'm scanning the list for the names, and it's tough to find them all because if we don't have the table number, there they are. It's Isabel, Karen, Daniel, and Manja. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much happening on the floor right now. I mean, this place is a buzz. I'm just excited to see how this is all going to turn out because, as usual, as I say in every single round, we've got amazing puzzlers going at this right now, and I'm looking around and seeing who we have, and I have no idea what to expect, right? Like
speed,
right?
That's what we're expecting.
That is exactly right.
Nothing but pure, unadulterated speed is happening. All of these puzzlers are going to try to attack this as quickly as they can in this very first bout in order to get a head start going into the second puzzle as much as they can. For those of you playing at home, if you see the table number, I'm just gonna point this out. The table numbers are set up by where they placed in the previous rounds. So tables 1 and 2 were the first place, tables 3 and 4 were second place, so on and so forth. So you'll be seeing a little bit of that. I love the Toon Squad outfits that these teams have had. There is so much community in these events where the teams really go out of their way to solidify themselves as a unit. So they'll dress the same, they'll make their own custom shirts and jewelry. It's really, really fun to watch.
I'm seeing some really bright new shirts on the 3.5 men team. I don't think we've seen those yet this weekend. They saved them for the final. They've got these really, really bright jerseys that are just amazing to look at. And so in a little bit, you'll probably get to see those on screen. But because I suspect we're spending a lot of time with puzzlers from around the room right now, because when we start to get to the top puzzlers, we're going to be seeing a lot of them as they close in on finishing quickly and trying to get a spot on that podium.
Here's a look
here,
at
we're going to get the overhead. Yep.
Yeah, look at that, and I love this kind of setup where they have one person doing a border outright, and you can see another person. They're doing a little bit of micro sorting. I think that is the fireplace coming in on the lower right. You can see in the upper left, they've decided to do that big pull of blue. I think that's going to be the background of those mountains, and try to build that out. And I think Chloe there is doing a little bit of sorting engine room. It's really important to have somebody that's delivering a whole lot. And look, Hannah Doyle just placed that long stretch at the bottom of the puzzle that's going to be those puzzle boxes at the base. At the base. Really, really great stuff, and a good anchor to have early on as they progress through this.
And I think what we're also seeing here is a good use of the space. They are trying to avoid, I think, having the puzzle over the seam too much. It kind of looks like they're trying to keep it on one side. Okay, here's VIP 2 team. This is like table number 2, 3.5 men, Kyle, Matthew, Josh, and Connor. And there's those bright shirts I was telling you about a second ago. They have like upped their game for the final.
And you can see that they have made a ton of progress already.
Edge is already pretty much done. Looks like they just have a few pieces missing there.
Yeah, it looks like they've pulled out that puzzle bag that's on the left near the fireplace, and they're just going to town on that background. You can see, I believe this is the Reuters, Kelly
this is
Walter.
Puzzles for 500, Jean, Kathy, Grayson, and Kelly.
They're doing a great job. You can see that this team has also decided to pull out that sunset, that sunset or sunrise that's over on the far right of the image. It's going to be a good spot. The Reuter sisters have such great color acuity whenever it comes to gradients. Grayson is a fantastic chaos puzzler that will be able to get those little tidbits in, and Kelly Walter is just a beast on her own. And you can see that there's a whole bunch of sorting going there on the upper left of the screen. I think that's going to be the that throw rug.
It's so crazy to think about when you see a team that's super fast and they have the last year's USA Jigsaw Nationals champion doing the sorting.
It's a smart move. Anytime you can get a strong engine rolling, you can be really flying. I think we're on to
this is Jiggernauts.
This is the Jiggernauts. You can see again in the upper right hand corner of the screen. That's going to be the lower left hand corner of the image. That throw rug came together so quickly. There's a couple of gaps, but they're going to be able to fill that in. And in the lower left hand corner of the screen,
look at Alice just building away on that little section.
Just closing in that couch.
Yep.
And oddly enough, she didn't start with the pillow pieces. She just worked the couch inside out. She just her ability to see those shades in the red is so strong. And I think that team right now is neck and neck with 3.5 Men. You'd see that they have that curtain line in as well. So fast puzzling.
So it gets it right.
Yeah. Oh wow, and you can see here they're getting ready to work on a little bit more on that border. I can't quite see the team name here, but they're going to be able to get some of these in really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. You ready?
Hello. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we have a special guest that just joined us here at the commentary table, and we're very excited about this. As I was saying earlier, puzzle celebrity. I mean, I'm so excited to have you here with us. We have Steve Reed, the artist of this puzzle, joining us here today. And so... We're just... yes. Yeah, sorry. We're just making sure we can hear you. Yeah.
Hey, say hi to everybody.
Sorry.
Hello. Great to be here.
We're so excited to have you. This is a beautiful image, and it's great for competition.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's the Puzzler's Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cozy series, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Worked in collaboration with Ravensburger, obviously. Sent me a brief for what they wanted.
Oh, lovely.
This is specifically for the competition. So.
You made it just for this, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was all top secret, like, you know.
Did you have to bust out like a spy hat or spy equipment while you were working on it?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
So is this a new thing for you, Steve, to come to an event and actually see people doing your puzzle?
Yeah, it's completely new.
Really?
I haven't done anything like this before.
So what's it been like for you?
It's sort of surreal, really.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you've been around people that have done your puzzles or you've signed them, that kind of thing.
No, not really.
Really? Is
No,
this the first
not even
time?
that, yeah.
Really?
Well, I'm now honored to be next to you while
right?
this happens.
I know. I'm so excited that
It's
we're getting...
completely new.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you think about the girls in Stemp here. As they're going through this puzzle, do you think that you would have approached solving this the same way that some of these teams are?
Yeah.
They're way out of, you know, my league sort of thing. I thought I was good at puzzles.
Oh, you did?
These people are sort of on another level, you know.
Yeah. So do you do your puzzles, Steve, after you've designed them?
I enjoy puzzles, but I don't really get time to do them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're too busy being top secret and.
Well, I'm too busy making them.
How long does it take you to make one of these?
It's around 200 hours.
200 hours for that? That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I mean, I do have such an appreciation for the level of just, I mean, this looks like a photo, right? And it's not a photo.
I like the realism, you know, realistic style. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive because, again...
Everything is actually painted.
Wait, it's actually painted?
Well, there might be some elements like the puzzle boxes, though, because they're existing Ravensburger puzzles. Other ones that I've done.
My mind is blown right now because I always assumed this was digital art, but you paint.
No, it is digital, but
it is.
I still use the traditional technique that I always use. When I used to do traditional painting, I use the same technique, really, just in the digital media.
Okay. But that's incredible. I mean, like I said, it looks like a photo to me. It's just so detailed, so beautiful. So how does it start for you? Do you start with the overall like image in your brain, or is it constantly evolving as you're putting it together, or is it more like trying to get what's in your head down onto the canvas?
It can be all of those things and different images, yeah. Sometimes you get a full picture. And then it comes together quite easily, and other times you have to work on it to make it to work. And sometimes it's my ideas, and sometimes it's a brief, you know, from a client. You know, and then you work together collaboratively.
Is there anything on this image that particularly like I know it's you're not really supposed to pick your favorites.
Yeah.
Is there a part on here that really speaks to you as like an artist of these that like just makes your heart sing?
Not really. I just like it all. It's the way it all comes together. You know, I like the lighting. I think
Yeah, the lighting is beautiful. It's just
nice,
really soft and just feels natural.
Yeah,
You know. Yep.
Nice warm environment. I think that's very popular. As you know from one of my previous images, the cozy retreat, I think it's called. So that's done very well. Similar feel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great feel, and I know so many people have done those puzzles. I'm trying to pull out a little bit of stuff. I know that the Cozy Retreat puzzle has at least 232 completions in competition, where people have gone through and done it, and that's on the 500 piece. So it's so cool to see that this is being used and that you're here. And I know that there's going to be so many people that just want to say hi to you and thank you for all that you do and all the effort you put into this. When you say it takes 200 hours, what kind of things go into it that take up to that amount of time? Is it like touch-ups or just picking the colors
just
of the ideas?
The fact that there's so much detail. That's all it boils down to, really. I mean, the more objects you have in an image, the more detail is going to be and the longer it takes. It's as simple as that.
Makes sense.
I couldn't imagine how detailed it was to draw the puzzle within the puzzle.
Right?
Well, that is an existing image of mine.
Oh,
on
okay.
there, and I took the original file for that and then manipulated it so it was fitted in the perspective.
That's
So
cool.
I didn't actually copy my own picture on that perspective. That would be insane.
That's funny.
You know.
I am seeing a lot of fans in the YouTube chat, Steve, people that are like, we love your work. I'm so excited to get to hear from Steve, like, love all the puzzles. I mean, that's so cool that people, you know, you have a lot of fans. What's it been like here this weekend, meeting folks, you know, and just talking? Really?
It is, yeah. You know, they're amazing.
Well, we're glad
I'd just
that you feel that way.
like to say, you know, I appreciate their following and interest so much because that's what allows me to continue really doing what I do. So,
well, you may have to start figuring out how to just turn the crank on making even more of these, considering how fast these teams are digging through it. You can see girls in Stemp here, they're probably about halfway done with that puzzle.
Yeah, we're only at 18 minutes. Yep.
On another one of the Cozy Retreat puzzles, they were able to hit 38:48, and that was about a year ago.
Okay.
And they've only gotten faster, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to hit that mark, even though there's a little more woodwork on this one.
Yeah, that's something that, I mean, they get faster and faster, and you know, as they start making progress and the pieces that they're working with to draw from, that pile gets smaller and smaller. It just kind of gets exponentially faster, right? So as we hit that 20-minute mark, it's going to just feel like it's coming together incredibly quickly.
Oh yeah, and you can see 3.5 men here. They have almost all of the blue mountain line already worked out. You can see Connor's hands moving so quickly left and right. It's very similar to Alejandro, where he's able to pick up a piece, rotate it in his hand rapidly, and sink it where it's going to end up. So cool. I think that's the Peace Masters team.
Yep.
Going to double check the names here, but they've done a solid job. The entire border is 126 pieces, so that's going to be about 12% of that entire puzzle that's going to be knocked out by the time that they have that there. For those of you playing at home and trying to do that quick estimation for where folks are
That's Taylor, Cecilia, Dan, and Chris on the Peace Masters team. Oh, we saw this team yesterday. We love it. It's like orangey glad to be puzzling.
Oh my goodness.
I think is the name. I gotta find it.
Aren't you glad? Oh, that's,
And they're
that's
all
such a
wearing
good
the
one.
oranges shirts.
Steve, a lot of the teams, they come up with various puzzle-related pun names for themselves, and it's kind of a pastime. This is Piece de Resistance.
yeah.
And that's I'm always amazed at puzzlers' abilities to come up with new.
I know. You think you've heard it all, and then 50 Shades of Gradient comes along, and you're like, oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
I just think I mean,
This-
how many puzzles do you think in a year that you work on over the course of a year?
Round about, I used to do about 12,
Okay.
but I think it's slowed down now because they've become sort of larger views with more in them, so that takes more time. So it could be down to 6 or something a year.
Okay. Okay. Well,
You
this
know.
is extra special
Yeah.
then that we're getting to
Yeah.
see one make its debut here at
Yeah.
Nationals. I know that there's going to be a signing session after this and an
Yeah.
opportunity for people to talk. Do you, I mean, having this experience, getting to see this kind of for the first time, I mean, I
This is,
I keep trying to think of like what's that interaction like? Is it sort of like, you know, oh, you're amazing, and it's just a love fest between
It
you?
is really, yeah, yeah. I keep getting people coming up to me and saying we love your work and all that.
And you're like, and you're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
It's crazy, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We just saw Peach Please there with Jen, Amber, Zin, and Beatrice. Really, really strong team, and you can see that they're doing an excellent job. This is Feelin' Edgy. I'm trying to pull up their names real quick here.
They're Betsy, Brenna, Amber, and Shalise.
Thank you. And you can see we're about to have a big drop
big
in.
drop,
I
yep.
love
Look
it
at
whenever
that.
this
Love that when that
airdrop in.
happens.
So smooth. Got those
Look
3
at that.
connections, and it slides right off. Excellent. Now we can
That's
get a big joint into the
satisfying.
middle. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's going to be a slice of wood that cuts through that.
Oh, but yeah,
it's
almost.
so lined up, and they're
Yeah.
ready to rumble on the next bit.
That would have been the section I wanted. I would have been like, give me the blue pieces. I want to do those beautiful like mountains and the misty mountains. Like that would have been the first thing I would have been drawn to. That, and like you said, Jim, earlier, looking at the image, those little bright yellow areas. Steve, when you're putting a puzzle together, are there certain things, like do you have like a kind of best practices almost of like, here's what's going to make for a good image? What would you say? Are there certain things like that you're always very conscious of when you're putting one of these together?
Well, they like bright images, don't they? Bright and colourful. So, like I said, my images are on the realistic side, but they're still brighter than you would get in real life. That's one thing you've got to bear in mind. You know.
Do you have pets at home?
No, not now. I've had in the past. I've had
Okay.
pets.
Okay.
Yeah, but not at the moment.
There
no.
were a couple people in the chat pointing out that they really like the French bulldogs. So
Yeah, they're very popular. Yeah,
What kind of
But they're-
pets did you used to have?
dogs.
Okay.
I had a border collie
Oh,
and a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh,
first.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But very often, people's dogs will appear in these.
Oh,
Can I
like
get
some
my
real
dog?
people's dogs, yeah.
Can I get my dog in there?
I don't know if you've noticed, I've had 2 dogs here all weekend
Oh, yes.
on and off the
Yeah.
live stream.
Yeah.
So just let me know if you want to work one of those into your puzzles because they're
Yeah.
quite cute.
Yeah.
Chihuahuas, so,
Oh,
you know.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
If they're here later
Possibly,
today,
yeah.
I'll introduce you.
Yeah.
I know too from talking to Rachel, who works with Ravensburger as one of their like product, managers
Yeah.
and helps the artist, works with the artist really closely and collaborates on them. She talks a lot about, providing those context clues, little details in there that are going to help to keep the puzzle from going into the kind of frustrating territory, so
Yeah.
kind of wanting to make sure there are plenty of clues. What are little things like that you do in your imagery?
There is that, yeah, but you'd really need detail in every area. And also I like to think about the space as if it was really used by the person there, and you leave little things, clues, to, what their activities and what they've been doing, and
So kind of telling a story, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
You're telling a
sometimes,
story
yeah.
about whose
Yeah.
space is
you have to
this.
sort of get into your head, as if you were in the space, I suppose.
So does this look anything like your home?
No, nothing.
No.
Like
Nothing like it.
No, that's where the imagination comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
and see table 9 here. This is M, also known as Emily, Emma, Min, and Emma, doing a really great job. They have that full border built. That sky background is coming through. They probably have about 350 pieces left before they're going to be able to move on to the next one. but they are cruising right now, or as men would say, their hands are moving so quickly. And here's a look at the Whimsy Pieces with Sammy,
Whimsy Pieces is
Mari,
cruising.
Karen,
They've got very little
Hannah.
gaps left there.
Yeah,
That's looking good.
Flying right now.
Yeah, they are.
We're going to be able to. It's going to be really interesting to see which teams are going to be able to work out that stonework around the fireplace really quickly. That kind of stonework here is always difficult for puzzlers because it's so duplicated throughout things. Are there any details on those that might give our puzzlers a hint as to how to approach it?
Well, I guess the line work is the main thing.
Yep.
You know.
Cool.
It's very similar in tone though all the way around, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there is a little bit of light gradient that kind of touches it,
absolutely.
which is really cool. And I think that's because you do such a good job of making sure that the space looks real and lived in, that it's not just flat color. You can actually see that throughout there.
That's the whole thing. You have to bear in mind where your light source is. The sun is over here, so you're going to get the edges caught with light. And on the top here, you can see that the shadows are all in the right direction.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to bear that in mind.
Yep. And it's like a reflective almost, like you could, like that would be the case probably if you've got this ridge on something.
Reflective top on the table there.
Oh, yeah. That's a great point. Yeah, where that's little reflected bit of
slight
light.
sheen.
Oh, wow. Look at Girls in Stemp here, too. Also just cruising. But, again, having those same spots, it's that upper right corner, still left to do that, and that stone fireplace. So some of those darker and the more wood kind of areas that are going to be the last things to be filled in.
Yeah, I think a lot of the teams, they might divide and conquer, and they might have one or two people do some of the wood cleanup while one or two work on that fireplace. And Girls in Stemp are one of the more practiced teams around. They get together so often, and you can see that they're organized and they get around each other really well. In the upper right hand of the screen, you can see 3.5 men. They are, I think, about even with Girls in Stemp. There's a little bit more. Oh, there's a bigger gap in that right hand side. But they're going to be able to get into this next section pretty well. One thing that's noticeable is that 3.5 men have a couple more floating pieces inside of the field, and if those aren't placed perfectly, it can sometimes block the box, or it makes it difficult to make sure that you're branching out. But look at the jiggernauts here.
Okay, jiggernauts are really, they're doing well.
They're doing excellent. That's Jessa, Kelly Burr, Hannah Scott, and Alice Rowe, and they are cruising through this. You can see that fireplace needs to come through. There's a little bit of a sort under at the bottom side of where they are working. You can see those pieces are kind of separated. I wonder if we're going to see sorting trays come out pretty soon. Lower left-hand corner, we can see that
this is the Puzzles for 500. Jean, Kathy, Grayson, and Kelly. Yep.
And they've gotten through a lot of that gradient, and now what's left is all of that tough stonework. This is going to be really, really exciting because this is where that team dynamic of shot calling, making sure that you're trusting the people around you, making sure that the sort looks good, really comes into play, and make sure that you stretch out through the rest of this. I think I'm going to be pretty close on the 36-minute line here.
You might be. I think so.
It might even be faster than that, and I'm going to be really excited if somebody breaks 35.
The other thing to keep in mind here, everybody, is this is the first puzzle. So we're going to finish this one, and then they're going to do another 1,000 right afterwards. And then, that's when the fatigue maybe starts to set in a little bit because you just finished one and you're having to really maintain that intense focus for a long period of time. So it's not over till it's over. We're going to see these folks finish up one and then start that second one.
Whimsy Pieces activating the round robin. So this is a technique where you load the pieces onto the board and then you rotate them around. So each person is focused on a small section of the puzzle. And instead of everybody hopping from place to place, you're rotating the pieces around. So hopefully that gives them a little bit of catch-up time. But look at the jiggernauts all closing in on that fireplace. They have maybe about 150 pieces left. Girls in Stemp not too far behind. This is going to be really, really close. I'm
feeling really good about the jiggernauts right now. I think they definitely have this for the first one because they don't have as big a space going on that right side that a lot of the other puzzlers have. I feel like it's more filled in. They've got the puzzles connected. They're just getting, or not puzzles, I guess. What are those? Those are like the, it's the start of the fireplace, I guess. They've got the fire done. They've just got to do the round around the edges of that.
Yeah, and you can see the Jiggernauts have that baseline of the fireplace worked in, and that's going to help them sandwich from the bottom to the top a little bit and be able to use the shape of the piece as one more bit of information to get through this. With a better, with a different angle, you can see the girls in Stemp in the lower left-hand corner here. They still have that upper region.
Yeah, they still have that upper bit, and Jiggernauts has that done already. So they're just all zoned in right now in the fireplace area.
Yeah, I think it might be a difference of about maybe about 35, 40 pieces, but this is going to be really close, and anything can happen on the changeover. Whenever we get that transition, it's so easy to lose an extra like 5, 10, 15 seconds, depending on how smooth it is. So that's going to be really exciting. Which of these teams have coordinated that, that aspect in order to get a jump onto the next one?
And you're going to have to switch gears completely to an all-new puzzle, which, depending on what that is, which we haven't revealed yet, we won't know until they pull, the first one finishes and pulls that out. Yeah,
I think on screen you can see Peach happens right now. They just did a big dump, consolidating all the pieces onto one board. That can, we always talk about trade-offs in speed puzzling, and whenever you get that many pieces in one spot, sometimes you can't really tell where one piece ends and one begins, and it can slow you down a little bit. But they are so strong puzzlers that they're going to be able to plow right through it and make up that, and it probably is the case that they're going to be able to really accelerate. In the lower left-hand side, the Whimsy pieces, they just did a consolidation, and they're now down to just 2 boards where about a minute and a half ago
and they're closing in. They're kind of right around where the Jiggernauts are. Yes, exactly. They have definitely stepped it up. They've got that one corner done, and here, 3.5 men, same thing. This is fascinating because we're seeing the exact same spots that they're all working on at the end.
Yeah, even though there were different approaches early on, ending in that fireplace makes a lot of sense. I think the Whimsy pieces are blazing through this. They're using the shape of the piece and the stonework to really accelerate. They work together so well. Sammy Brownlow there is upside down right now. We sometimes call her the Bat because she's so good at working upside down. But we can see here Connor and Josh Traeger are upside down, trying to get those pieces in. On the other side, we have Kyle Cozen, a prolific puzzler in his own right. They are closing in. This is going to be really, really tight as to who's going to make the first transition into this next step.
And here's the thing. This is where...
And there's the Jiggernauts.
Yes. And this is where, though, Connor and the 3.5 men team really kick into overdrive, is when they have this small area left. Connor is really good at just putting them in there, like just so fast, one after the other. And, I mean... Look at that. So now they're all of a sudden they're just down to the last few pieces.
And now it becomes a game of, can you get your hands around your partners? Are you going to be running into each other? Sometimes we see people back off. We can see the Jiggernauts are probably down to about the last 7 pieces. Alice Rowe hunched over trying to get those last ones in. I think they're down to about 4 pieces.
I think it's going to be so close
3.5 men are about 4 pieces.
Oh, there they go.
The Jiggernauts. Where's the transition? Trifold into the bucket. An extra sweep, and now they can start the next one. That was an excellent transition that took maybe about 4 seconds total. So smooth on that. And 3.5 men just behind them. They just finished.
Just behind them.
Here we can see the transition, a little bit of a stumble, and that's what I was talking about earlier, where those little transitions, you can add about 3-4 seconds, but you can make that up in a flip.
Here's our next puzzle.
Oh, wow. And taking a look, M&M are also closing in on the rest of this. This is going to be so tight into the next, and looking at this next puzzle, it's going to be pretty tricky as well, coming up onto the next part. We'll see if we can get a look at it.
I think it's Beach Treasures, isn't it? Right?
Beach Treasures,
and it's by Jess White.
But look, girls in Stemp here closing out. I think it's going to be just over 34 minutes. They have about 7 pieces remaining. All of these teams are going to be within about 1.5 minutes each other, maybe 2 minutes, and that can be that transition can happen so quickly to make up that time.
There they go. Okay, done.
They got the clear.
Oh, they were missing a piece. So now they just do like, they found it. They found it. Nice. There, now they can transition.
How are we going to see it? Is it a double fold? Oh, they're going to do a 4-fold.
Oh boy,
they're going to
that was a bit of a mess.
They're going to be able to make it up on the flip. I think you're absolutely right, Val, that extra line in the middle can sometimes cause problems.
Yes, it causes problems.
But look at this beach scene of the second puzzle that that everybody's going to start working towards. It's so beautiful. There's this beautiful light blue sky area that
we're going to see everybody really zone in on that. So Steve, quite a difference. I mean, we got nice, cozy, like soft light. Here we got a little bit more bright. But I mean, I think it's a nice kind of complementary puzzle. Like yours feels very cozy. This feels more, you're on the beach, sunny. It's going to be really exciting. But can you believe that? Puzzlers just finished that in 33 minutes and something, right?
Puzzlers for 500 hitting the
I think this one's
transition.
probably harder, don't you?
I think maybe, but you do have some big areas that people could chunk out, and then you're going to get people that rip through the sky that are going to be so excited about that. Yep.
The Whimsy pieces made their transition as well to the second puzzle. We didn't catch on screen, but they're doing great. Val, I think you're right. This might be the kind of puzzle where, for a team that's really good at distinguishing textures, that they're going to be able to pull very discrete chunks of this and build it out. I think this is going to come down to look at that transition with Team M&M and M&M. Slid it off. It's interesting to see them using the third side on this.
Yes, right.
And they're right into the next one. Congratulations. Under the 36-minute line. We've had so many teams be able to crush this.
Well, Steve, I know you've got a signing coming up. I mean, that was so exciting. I'm so glad you got to see some people finish. A little sad probably, though, when you just see them like immediately crumple it up and put it in a box.
Well, it's the speed, isn't it?
Right? I'm sure most of them will do it again another time where they can enjoy it a little bit more and savor the image. But we just want to congratulate you, for one, for making a beautiful puzzle for this event. And just thank you so much for being here and joining us.
Thank you very much.
We're big fans. We hope to see you again sometime. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Have fun at the signing.
It's such an honor to be to be with a legend of puzzling.
I feel like puzzle royalty was in the building here, everybody. That's just so cool to get to meet the artists. And I mean, we're probably going to see some fast and furious finishes here. Under the 40-minute mark, how many teams do we think are going to make it in under the 40-minute mark? Because that, to me, is a real indicator. Because, to me, if you can do 1,000 in under 40, you're elite, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're going to see probably about at least 10, maybe 15 teams under the 40 line. It's going to kind of depend on how it sits.
I think that's accurate.
But look, team 7 here, I believe that's going to be Peach Please with Jen, Amber, Zin, and Beatrice. They are coming into the end. Again, you can see their hands trying to work around each other, almost like an octopus working with itself, shaking hands with itself. They get the hit. Let's watch the transition. They get the go-ahead from the judge. They're going to do a one big fold. They slide it into the box. I love that move to get it off of the center line to try to get it in there. And it's so difficult to try to get that crumple in, especially if it hits the road bump. In just a moment, we're going to be able to take a closer look at Puzzle 2 here. Again, this is Beach Treasures by Jess White. This great beach scene. You can see here, I think that we're going to get a full border build from a lot of the teams outright.
I think so too.
I'm curious if these little squiggly white
bits of coral,
bits of coral are going to be a little problematic for teams. This clear horizon line is always a great thing to get through. If you can get that line in first, you can then sandwich from the top or the bottom and use the shape of the piece to line out here.
Oh, and I think for sure we're going to see them pull this. Everybody's going to be able to easily pull that starfish and put that together because, one, the color is quite distinct and it has a really nice texture to it. But I think you're going to have some puzzlers that are like, oh, thank God I get a nice blue sky. I bet they're so excited about that. Well, put together that sky. But that's probably only a couple of lines.
Well, it's probably about 3 lines, but what's problematic, look at all this cloud work that's up here. We sometimes call that a fingers gradient, where it looks like your fingers are overlapping each other and it can kind of throw off the eye line. I think that sky is going to be a little more difficult than people think.
I think you're right. It is a little bit because it's not much of a gradient. It's a somewhat flat blue. They have this little bit of highlight up in the corner with the sun to work with.
But check out all this color coral. I think some teams are going to try to pull the coral based on color. So we'll probably see greens come in and then these light blues as well. And that'll be good anchor points. Then you can transition to things that have a little more texture, like these dots or even the large orange stripe. I kind of worry about this big hunk of pink and orange over here.
Yeah, because that could be a little deceiving because there's a lot going on. Yeah. Do you think this is a good pick and place, or is it more a chunk it out?
Cherry Blossom Puzzlers finishing there in the lower left. I think this is going to be more of an island build tactic. You certainly could pick and place this, but because each of those shells are somewhere between 6 to 25 pieces.
It's pretty small pieces. Yeah.
You're probably going to want to do it in chunks. So I wonder if we're going to have a case where if a team has a designated sorter, somebody feeding the rest of the team. Sorters are often the unsung heroes on a team because they're not putting pieces in, but they're setting everyone else up for success.
100%. Yep. Yeah, no, I'm super excited about this. I think, one, it's, in the past, I would say we've thrown them a little bit more challenging puzzles. I don't think anybody's going to complain about either of these.
No.
I think they're both going to feel really like, just like a breeze, right? They're going to feel like fast, they flow well, they're not frustrating at all. It's not, no offense to Jewel Jungle, because that was a beautiful puzzle, but that was our last puzzle last year, and it was difficult. It had a limited color palette, and it was very busy. So I think this is going to, I'm sure a lot of puzzlers were a little like, oh God, what are we going to pull out of that second bag? And they're probably a little relieved when they see this. They were getting a good look at those sky pieces, and you're right, that could be a harder sky than we imagined, because there you can see the horizon line coming together easy, but filling in those couple of rows between the top and the horizon line, that could be a challenge.
And of course, I was a little worried about that pink blob, and that's one of the things that 3.5 Men targeted early on. That's not a bad call because it is a unique color, and if you can see it well, you can grab right, grow right through it and keep on trucking. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Val, and I'm gonna say that this one might have a 33-minute time on it.
Wow,
I think we're gonna see some really blazing times on this one.
Maybe, just over an hour.
Yeah, I think we're going to have teams that are going to be done probably about an hour 10, maybe a little less. And there's a great transition. You'd see that they actually use the they use the paper itself to fold that up. They now have multiple trays out. It's gearing up for what they're going to do on the next puzzle. I think that's bucket list puzzles.
Yeah, that
Let's
is.
watch that transition. They get
That's
one flip,
Gray,
two,
Michaela,
shove it the rest of the
Katie
way in.
and EB. Yeah.
Very well done. Maybe about 5 seconds on the transition. Very, very smooth all
wow.
around.
Oh, yeah, but the box went flying. Okay, and we're joined at the commentary desk by our lead volunteer judge, William Shantling. Hi, William.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm saying that to myself, too.
How's it going out there?
Such great energy. This last puzzle reveal has been so positive. We've heard great oohs and ahs from the competitors and the crowd alike. So this was a great pick to end on.
I think it's really exciting. I think that a lot of these puzzlers are tuckered out from a long weekend of puzzling, so having something that's bright and colorful must feel like such a relief for them.
I love that you just said tuckered out.
just got to put their head down for a little lap of room.
Tuckered out, yeah. So that's amazing.
For me, I certainly feel like with 4 people on a team, it's a perfect sort of way to end with just the color separation. You have one person to do sky, one to do ocean. Then you were talking a little bit about the different textures of the shells and the anchor points. I think that's kind of been the theme of the weekend for us is puzzles with anchor points.
It's really interesting, yeah.
I mean, outside of the Rose Cat Con puzzle, we haven't had like the real busy puzzles. I mean, we've been kind of famous, I feel like, for having a lot of busy puzzles. And I feel like after some of our past nationals, the European groups and people watching from around the world have been like, what is with these Americans and their busy puzzles?
Yeah, well, and this year it's the year of landscapes, right? Besides Rose Con.
Right.
Yeah.
But so hers was definitely the only one I would really put in the busy puzzle category. But there are some folks online that are saying, like, this might be a little harder than it looks when you see the pile there. There's a lot of similar colors. When you think about it, we have a lot of shells here that have this sort of same kind of creamy beige, various textures. So it could be a little more difficult than we're thinking about. It's same with the sky. Like you can see that's maybe going to be a little more tedious than we think because it is such a kind of same blue all the way across.
It's not that normal sky gradient for like a sunset that you're used to. I will say from a judging perspective, we are so thankful for all the teams for having really great transitions. Now that they've gotten those jitters out from the prelims for teams, everyone is pretty well versed on how to do those transitions. So thank you to everyone for feeling comfortable with that. It's making our job far easier.
We haven't had to use quite as many of the world famous Shandling shims.
That's right. This way, we're getting better as the weekend goes on, and that's not a surprise.
Yeah.
So it's been really enjoyable, and just another huge thank you to all the volunteers. It's been such a successful weekend, in part for their great turnover and helping us get the rooms.
War and Pieces just finished up there a second ago.
And this is Jigonometry. They doing a tri-fold, and I think they're going to slide that off right away. Again, a lot of our teams finishing on that fireplace. Pretty difficult chunk.
Yeah.
Oh, hands up.
Nice.
They get the clear from the judge. Let's watch how it's going to unfold here. They're going to do a
There's a
tri-fold.
nice-
1, 2. Where's the box?
Slide the box there.
Yep.
There it is.
Nope. Cut away before we were done watching that transition, but that's okay.
And Jim, I'll say, you were saying the fireplace is the last thing. Certainly for teams, they're all saying, this rock work, I just can't get my brain around it. So a lot of people were swapping who was taking lead on placing those last few fireplace pieces because of that dark rock texture.
Yeah. I wonder if more of the teams wish that they had brought extra paper so they could beat the rock.
I'm
sorry.
These are the jokes, folks.
Yeah.
They're good.
boy.
Hey, take it.
They're not good. It's fine.
And you cut to Valerie with the 1,000-yard stare.
You might have been able to hear it a moment ago. There are several people in the audience that are cheering on their friends or family
Yeah, I
that
love
are
it.
puzzling. It's really, really cool to have this many people here, not just doing the puzzling, but excited for their friends that are doing this thing, and they're doing a great job.
Jim, I forgot to give you your pom-pom.
That's right.
We have pom-poms.
That is a festive way to end the weekend for sure.
Right?
And if the first round puzzle finishes are any indication, we will have our work cut out for us at the end.
Yes.
Normally, we would want to see the harder puzzle first, as for judges to help better spread out the final finish times. But with the potentially harder one being first, we'll see.
Potentially,
we'll
yeah.
see. We are looking at very, very close finishes times for those first several teams. So we do have our work cut out for us.
I'm glad you came over now, because you're going to be needed in a little while.
Exactly. I have like 3 more minutes, and then it's back to the floor. We can see the first couple tables from here. This is such a fun vantage point you have.
Yeah, it is. I will say, you have been like a well-oiled machine this weekend. I haven't seen a single screw-up. We haven't had any. I mean, have you had puzzles not cut in terms of stickers? Have we had
Stickers
any
have been
errors?
perfect. There have been a couple of other very, very minor things that we've been able to solve. And I'll say that we have great contingency plans. If something does happen, there were 2 teams that needed what we call adjusted start times. So instead of teams worrying and then us like starting them 36 seconds randomly into the competition, we have them take a breath with us and take a moment, reset, and then I count them in with Allie at the top of the next minute.
Oh, nice.
And then
so
we write
just exactly a minute.
Exactly. We want everyone to be in an equal starting mindset, so we help them shake it, and we get right back into it. So even when something doesn't go quite as planned for a team, we have that backup, that contingency, which teams are very thankful for. They come up afterwards and said, you handled that like so well. We were so nervous. We have your back. All you have to do is show up and puzzle. And if something odd happens, we have your back too. So it's just so much to celebrate this weekend. Just it's so much fun as always.
Yeah, we want to make it enjoyable, right? It is puzzling after all.
Wait, this is supposed to be fun?
What?
Val,
Jim.
madness. Madness, I say. No, it really is wonderful, and William, all that you do to help set this up and make it successful for the puzzlers, and just the care and intent that you put into it, it's really, really lovely.
Thank you.
I mean, you do go above and beyond, because William made videos this year for pre-training. We had a Zoom pre-training session for volunteer judges so that they could come in feeling well prepared. If I know anything about puzzlers, they want to be prepared, and they don't want to come in feeling like they don't know how things are going to go, or feel like they're going to find out everything last minute. So we have learned a thing or two about like keeping people really being as transparent as we can when we have information to share. And you've really helped that along, William, by being just so proactive and having those questions ready to answer, and FAQs and all the tools to kind of help set them up for success too, and feel like they come into this with no nerves and they can enjoy themselves and feel like they're just going to be able to jump in and do well at it.
Well, thank you for those kind words.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those two teams got done just next to each other in terms of time. I think there's another one.
Yeah, there's Andrea Pang's team. That's fantastic.
I think the young girl there, I think she's 10 or 11, and has just been so excited to be puzzling with
that's
Andrea.
so cool.
I can't agree. It's a fabulous time. I highly recommend everybody get to do it.
Yeah, you got to. That's right. You puzzled with Andrea in pairs.
And that was my question. Going to be my question for Jim is, you've kind of worn all the hats, literally and figuratively this weekend.
Right.
What's been your highlights?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I much like Steve could not pick a single favorite thing of this whole weekend. I think everything added together makes it so wonderful. So getting to puzzle with Andrea was magnificent. Hanging out here with you, Val, and getting to do the commentary, do the seminar. There's too many wonderful things all at once to pick just one. So sorry to be that guy, but it's just been
I was going to say it's when you got to telecast and circle things on the puzzle that show up on the live stream.
I am pretty excited about that.
Yeah, is that new technology for the table?
It is new technology for the commentary table.
I applaud you, because that was when we were starting to see that on the live stream. We said, hey, wait a second. That's impressive.
Right? We're like real sportscasters
Every
now.
year, it's getting more and more elevated.
It gets more elevated. I also wanted to point out, did you do the pair final? Were you in the pair final today?
I was in the pair final with
How did it turn out?
Were you in the second row?
Yeah.
You were in the second row with Andrea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, she carried me there kicking and screaming. So that was the thing. No, it was a blast. We got the puzzle done, and the goal was just have fun and get it done, and that's what we did. I was telling jokes the whole time.
I love that now, in addition to doing the commentary, it gives you more insight, right? Like, you've been there. You were in a pair final. You know what that's like, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure a lot of these teams, they're feeling a little bit of the adrenaline, and they're feeling a little stressed. Some of them might be feeling a little bit of like, hey, we need to catch up a little bit. We got to put on the thrusters, and that can be a little difficult as we cross the 51 minute and 50-second line
These
here.
folks have been staring intently, working their brains really hard for the last 52 minutes to try to get these puzzles put together.
And Jim was talking about this last puzzle almost being a palate cleanser for the weekend, maybe, or just a really good one to finish on, right?
Yeah.
So when we look back at the 14 puzzles of the weekend, when you look at the storyboard, as it were, that's how I like to break things down. It's like, okay, once we're done with it, how do you put them all from 1 to 14, and what story we're telling, like what sort of highs and lows. When we get to the Abandoned series, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I love doing it for pleasure and just nice and relaxing. That was strange.
Yeah.
But to get to see it in the speed, that's different. You get to this final puzzle, and this is just kind of like a breath of fresh air, isn't it?
Right. Yep.
It really is.
I will say, looking at the whole lineup and the options that we had, you'll notice that there were some kind of patterns in a way. It was like team prelims, stock image first, Abandoned series second, so when we knew we were going to have the pair of Abandoned, then we were like, well, let's use those for prelims so that it's equitable in a sense. Of course, they're not exactly the same puzzle. They're going to have a slightly different time, but at least it has a similar vibe, similar feel, similar difficulty level. So there is some of that comes into play. But yeah, I think, for finals, we know we like to have a featured artist in the final, especially somebody people will get excited about, like Steve, who's popular. I know a lot of people, I think, were wondering, are we going to get a Dean McAdam again? Are we going to get a Nathaniel again? Because they've been popular artists for us. But, we're mixing it up a little, adding a Dominic Davison in and adding, a Jess White in. And so familiarizing people with maybe some new artists.
And that's really enjoyable, because there are so many great artists out there, and I have friends who say, well, how many puzzles do you have at home? Why do you need more? Because there's so much beautiful artwork out there, and it brings just a feeling of relaxation at the end of a long day. And it's not so much the final image as it is the process, but then you do get to enjoy that image. And so now we have these favorite artists, and then getting to meet them in person, there's nothing like that.
So we're seeing some serious progress. It looks like a lot of them have got the sky done. At least our front runners have got the sky done and are starting to zoom in. But you know what's interesting? We didn't really circle that big kind of bright, reflective sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, the
iridescent.
pink orange
Iridescent.
shell,
Yeah, we hadn't really gone for that.
I
but
initially
that's
thought
in
that was going to be a little bit of a trap, but
Right.
I think I think these puzzlers saw on the pieces it is one of the more unique colors in that batch, so it makes sense that they would gravitate towards it. Whereas the initial look on the image, we may not have seen it.
Right.
Well, the
And
contrast colors next to that white streak with the purples next to it, that might be a little bit more obvious than just the white bits of coral.
Right,
That might
and it
stand
might have
out.
been easy to pick out these little,
The
like, kind of,
striations.
the striations might have made it a little easier to pick out.
You can see 3.5 men here. They're probably about halfway done with this puzzle. They have that full sky, the water built out, that huge starfish already, and they have several of those little islands built out. That orange and white shell came together really quickly, along with those purples. They're doing a fantastic job here. And here, we're getting ready to see, I think they're going to airdrop in a chunk. I think that's that is the long orange shell that you were pointing at earlier, earlier, Val.
Well, and I mean, I do think 3.5 men is cruising on this. And when we're looking at the time, definitely, I think it's safe to say at this point, this is going to be the easier of the two. We're going to see, like you called it, Jim. You said the first puzzle, you were thinking right around like 36 minutes or something like that. And maybe 32 or so for this one. I think you're going to be pretty
32,
spot on
wow,
with that.
Okay.
I think it's going to be pretty tight. It's going to come down to do the individuals trust each other to do a little bit of sorting rather than everybody getting a little, I sometimes call it hero mode, where you have to be the one to solve it. You have to be the one to do this. Being able to trust the people around you to work on different projects and having that communication to know who's going to do what is huge at this point. Oh, and here's table 58 getting ready to
Make the
finish up
transition,
their first puzzle. That's Flippin' Fast Friends. That's Kara, Michelle, Katie, and Noelle doing
Clear
a
the
great job.
board.
They get it in.
We got to see that image. We got to see the image clear.
Oh, we missed the transition because there was another finish happening right here.
So, pro tip for
All
puzzlers,
right.
help your judge clear that puzzle space so we can see validate visually that first puzzle is complete. Sometimes people leave their trays on. Pull those trays
they
on.
didn't do a fold.
A big pickup.
That was interesting. They just kind of picked it up and dropped it in.
That's always scary to me because
because you don't know how it's going to fall.
Yeah,
right?
some teams are really good at keeping the tension until it's at the box,
Yep.
and then it lays in fine. Sometimes you get a little bit of that crumple, and then you have to spend time getting those extra pieces in. But they did such a good job
Yeah,
of
they
getting
actually
that cleaned
got it
up,
in
and
there
they're
well.
right on to the next puzzle.
Right?
And that's not something you can practice over and over and over, except
Right.
when you finish a puzzle. So
Right.
that's that rare opportunity to practice that technique, right? Do you see the most of the trifold?
Yeah, trifold tends to be pretty common. I think that's kind of become standard because you can do flop flop and just shove it right into the box at the end. It's a pretty smooth way to go about it.
And one of the teams we just saw did in fact piece a shape sort, and that's my fallback when we get to that many pieces.
Yeah, and it's a great move to do whenever you run out of options. The next option that's left is, can you get into the shape? Can you overlap different lenses at the same time to see something a little bit different? And by that I mean, can you see the lightest part of things along with the shape of it in order to dig in and find just a little bit of progress, even if it's only one piece? I was doing a little sanity check earlier. If you're thinking about some of the teams that were able to get this done around 35 minutes, that's going to be about 28 pieces per minute, or only about 7.1 pieces per person per minute, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a pretty decent clip. So if you're switching a lens and you're thinking, hey, it's taking me that 8-9 seconds to get one in, you're still on pace to be with some of these really fast teams.
So you're talking a moment ago about not having having that hero moment, or pulling back and not having that hero moment. That's when I start the shape sort. I have no pride problems. If my hands aren't moving fast enough compared to my teammates, I'm going to piece sort, a shape sort, because I have no problem with that. Like that, if that's going to help us get it done faster, I don't need to be the one putting in those pieces. I have no problem shape sorting.
Here comes another transition. Oh, we're gonna get a hot dog and then a hamburger and then down into the
Team 85, just one more. I love that.
And
Claire, Jennifer, Wendy,
complete.
and Brandon.
There it is. And they're
Nice.
off under the hour line. Just
under.
For context for folks, getting a 1,000-piece puzzle done under an hour in a group of 4 is bananas.
Right?
Like, I know I don't want to trivialize how amazing this is for a lot of the teams. I know we focus on the front leads, but this is amazing that they're able to get this done. A lot of these teams, their goals was just to get into the final, let alone do so well on a puzzle right in it, and they've got to be so excited for what's coming next for them.
Yep.
I think this is the connectors getting ready to finish up. Are they going to be able to keep it under the hour? There's only 2 pieces left. They get that last one in. Good job, Karen. They get the hands up. They get the clear. Trifold into the box right away. Got to get the last little group in.
There it is.
There it is.
And complete.
Good job. And they are on to the next one under the hour line. Great job.
Well done. Well, I'm going to head back out on the floor for these final finishes. Thank you both for having me.
Much,
Thanks
William.
for a great weekend.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. Maybe at the half marathon?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe not.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe a future one too. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, William.
Yeah, for those of you wondering what he's talking about, go to the SoCal Speed Puzzlers and check it out. Or sorry, Orange County Speed Puzzlers. I saw that in the chat and I thought of that right away. Orange County Speed Puzzlers, you can check it out. They're having a half marathon event. I think they're about full though, so you want to get in on that.
And we just crossed the hour and 25-second line, and this is amazing puzzling. You can see here. I'm trying to read the name. I think this is the Misfitters with Bill and Brooke, and we lost them there for a second, but they finished. Let's check out this transition. They got their hands up. They get the okay from the judge. 1, 2, and an extra fold at the end to try to get into the box. All 4 of them going together to force those pieces in, and they get the okay from the judge to start the next one under an hour minute. They're doing a great job here. I think this is the Misfitters again. I'm trying to pull up all the names. Yeah, this is Brooke, Bill, Jody Green, and Aaron Cherry doing a great job. Are they going to be able to get these last couple of pieces in under the hour and 2-minute line? There's 3 pieces remaining. You can see the puzzle fighting them a little bit. They get the hands up. Let's watch the transition. 1, 2, and they're going to try to shovel it down into the box. Good shift, though. They moved over to the third side to get it. That adjustment is so smooth.
So
and
now we're going to start to see, we're going to try to do a quick succession of our overhead cams here. So this is the Jiggernauts here and how they're doing. So as it stands right now, all of them were in pretty close contention with each other as far as with that first puzzle completion. So let's see how they're progressing and who's maybe pulled ahead in the time that we've been away watching some other folks. So this is, again, Jiggernauts from like a side view.
They're looking really, really good.
They
I want
are.
to say they have maybe about 150, 200 at most pieces remaining.
Yep.
This is the puzzles for
VIP3. Yep, this is puzzles for 500. Yep.
They're doing an excellent job here. You can see that they're a little bit behind the Jiggernauts right now, but they are so quick at being able to work through textures at times that they might be able to catch up here. You can see that that they're starting to work out the rest of those purples, and that's what I was thinking earlier, Val. That sometimes picking out a distinct color and ironing it through, trying to get that island worked out. That little bit of a shift. I don't think that they had those. I don't think they had those groups perfectly placed. So that adjustment is a great move, so that way everybody can have better access.
Better access. So that was Jean, Kathy, Grayson, and Kelly. Now we're on to the 3.5 men team. Kyle, Matt, Josh, and Connor.
They're doing
and
a great
I
job.
think they're maybe in the lead out of the 3 we've seen thus far, at least, potentially.
It's going to be. It's going to be
the
really
gaps
close.
look a little smaller, but it is going to be close. But it's all those tan kind of colored shells that are remaining. You can see where the ones that have really clear textures or like patterns, like the dots, the little oval shapes, those come together a little quicker. But
and there's the whimsy pieces. They are also in the hunt.
Yep.
You can see that they're doing a 3 down, 1 up style. So Sammy Brownlow's upside down.
They're
while
definitely
the other 3
close as
are
well.
Working through.
It's exactly the same gaps in the puzzle, though. I feel like you're seeing the exact same areas come together last.
Yeah, I think piece count wise, they might be a little bit behind the Jiggernauts and 3.5 men right now, but they're doing a fantastic job. And look at girls in Stemp right here. This is going to be the same gaps for all of the teams. I think we just saw a big group of pieces end up on a puzzle board.
Yep.
I'm hoping that pays off for them because they're going to be able to put those on, make the adjustment. They are so quick. I love how coordinated they are. Every once in a while, we can hear them talking to each other because we're right next to them. And they are doing a fantastic job. Look at how quickly they are able to get some of that sand line in, and they are ducking around each other, trying. They didn't even have the bottom
No, they
border
didn't have the
fully
bottom
built
border
in.
done
And so
yet.
now that's going to sink
Yep.
in really, really fast. Here's 3.5 men. They are coming into the close. They might be able to pull this off in about 3 minutes or so. We could see our
I think
new
it's going to go really,
team's
really
champion.
fast. Yeah. Although, I mean, these are the harder bits left, which means they're harder bits. they're maybe very similar in color, so it might be just a little bit harder.
Oh, wow. Which team is this? Is the Jiggernauts. They're probably down to the last 50, maybe 75 pieces or less.
I think we're getting so close here.
They are cooking right now. You can see they're almost at the point of zero ambiguity, where any piece they pick up can go in. There's only a small gap left.
Big gap of this sort of brown shell just under the starfish. Like that's like a big section. I wonder if that's going to be the last thing that goes in.
This is going to be a race between those two. I think the Jiggernauts have the edge right now in terms of total piece count. You're right that there's a little bit of a gap, but everywhere else they're going to be cutting it real close. I think they're down to maybe about the last 35 pieces. 3.5 men still have 60 pieces left total. I think Jiggernauts are going to be able to run away with this. It's going to be a game of who can get around each other. We can see that box might be in the way of having a little bit of space, but they're doing so well. I think there's a little bit of a shape sort going on that board right now. Alice Rowe sinking piece after piece. You can see she has her own board and is closing out.
Oh, look at how that other part has really come together. I think Jiggernauts might have this. I feel like they're really cooking with gas right now.
Whimsy pieces in the lower left doing great.
And look at how fast
they're down to the last 3 pieces. Here we go. The last one. Hands up. Congratulations.
There it is. There it is, everybody. Your championship team, the Jiggernauts. Alice Rowe, Hannah Scott, Kelly Burr, and Jessa Douglas taking the first place spot home. Congratulations to the Jiggernauts. That's incredible.
At 1:05:40 or so, we'll get the official time here.
They made
that
it
is
up.
An amazing time. And look at how excited they are, as they should be, getting 2,000 pieces done in an hour and under an hour and 6 minutes is amazing. And now the hunt continues for the top 10 finishers in our team's U.S. Nationals final.
And it's going to be tight because, I mean, I'm so shocked because they had finished after 3.5 men on that first puzzle, so they made up some time on Beach Treasures. That must have just been right in their wheelhouse of like their skill set to just jam that out.
And look at the Whimsy pieces doing a great job. They might be using that round robin technique again here, where they're going to trade those puzzle boards around. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to 3.5 men, but they are in the hunt to be in the top 5 here.
For sure.
This is so amazing. Girls in STEM doing an excellent job. You can see they're all working off that puzzle board at the top. Reaching across, pushing things back down. Sky, double checking the image. This is where, if you have the image mapped in your mind, it helps so much. 3.5 men closing this out. You can see they're down to about the last 50 pieces. Those are all the dark sand pieces that they're going left and right, trying to get those in.
It's going to be a bigger gap than I expected, though, Jim. I really thought that we were going to be looking at a few seconds between 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think Jiggernauts, I don't know what was in their Kool-Aid this morning, but they came in with a lot of power at the end to just really, really drive through those last maybe 100 pieces or so. I felt like it just went so crazy fast at the end with them.
Well, and these teams are doing great. When it comes to 1,000, a difference of about a minute is the same as a difference about 30 seconds on a 500. It can be so close, and anything can add up. But they are doing an amazing job here. We can see that 3.5 men are coming down to the last 20 pieces or so. Kyle Cozen reaching across, trying to get those in on the right-hand side. They are doing an excellent job. It's a well-oiled machine at this point. Anything they pick up can go in. They're at the point of zero ambiguity. They have only about 5 pieces left. Can they keep this under an hour and 8 minutes? I think they're going to be able to pull it off.
I think
there
so
it is.
too.
Hands up. Congratulations, 3.5 men.
Yes, congratulations. That was at about 107.50, right around there.
Yes, and the hunt continues for who's going to be in the top 5 and the top 10 of this finals competition. Whimsy Pieces using that round robin, trying to rotate the pieces around. You can see that they're a well-oiled machine working around each other. I really like that move where they are all on the third side, so everybody has equal access to the puzzle. It makes it where they can work around each other. A quick dump onto the same.
Now they're getting rid of those extra trays, like combining trays.
This is going to be a really, really tight race between Whimsy and Girls in STEM for who's going to be able to lock up third place. But this is amazing puzzling by everybody involved. We haven't even hit the hour and 10-minute mark yet.
I know. We're talking 2 1,000-piece puzzles in under an hour 10. That's incredible.
And look at how they're reaching around each other. So going, and
here we go.
Here's the puzzle for 500. They snuck in under the radar. They're down to about the last 7 pieces.
They're
we didn't have on the cameras.
They're
going to sneak into third place. Get that last one in under the hour 9.
There it is.
Puzzles for 500. That's
Oh my
Jean,
gosh.
Kathy, Grayson, and Kelly
We hadn't
Walter.
seen them for a little while, and all of a sudden they're in it. So here we got girls in stamp again, right
Excellent
in there.
job.
It's going to be them or Whimsy Pieces. I feel like they're neck and neck right now.
It's going to be really, 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 really tight, and I think it's going to come down to who has it mapped better. I think Whimsy Pieces have reached the point of zero ambiguity. There's no big gaps left, so anybody that picks up a piece is going to be able to use the shape of that to sink it right
Hopefully,
in.
yeah.
So they are going to accelerate into this end. I think they have maybe about 15 pieces remaining, and we're at the hour 9. Can they keep this under an hour and 10 minutes? I'm really rooting for them because that would be an amazing time to have here at the U.S. Nationals team's final competition. They're down to about the last 7 pieces. Look at their hands moving around each other,
I
over
think
top
they
and
can do
under.
it.
They got that last piece. There it is. Congratulations, Whimsy Pieces.
Whimsy Pieces gets the 4th place spot. Congratulations to them. Under an hour 10. That's 2 1,000-piece puzzles, each done in 35 minutes or less.
That's amazing. And like I was saying earlier, Val, if you're within a minute or 2 of the next team, that is like 30 seconds on a 500.
Right?
It is negligible. It is amazing how close these teams are to each other.
Yes.
Girls and Tim coming into the last close, they have maybe about 25, 30 pieces
they've got
remaining.
this for 5th.
And check this out. We're still in the hunt for the top 10 for the team's final in this, and these teams are going bananas on this beach.
Yes.
I wonder how many towels we're going to run out of, considering how many people are going to move to an oceanfront property because of this puzzle. But
Here's the thing, though. Like, our top 4 teams and possibly 5th are all the top 5. I mean, just one right down the row, right? Like, top 5 tables. So these are the folks coming into the prelim who had performed the best out of their qualifying rounds, and they're carrying it forward. They're carrying that skill, that energy, that talent into this round to finish at the top
this
again.
last little bit, are they going to be able to keep it under an hour 12? I'm pretty sure they're going to do that.
Oh yeah, I think
but it's
so.
it's a game of how quickly can they do it. Are they going to be able to get these last ones in? Their hands moving around each other. You can see everybody's gone to using just one hand rather than 2 that I know several of them are able to do. But they're able to sink those last ones in. That gap in the middle, their heads almost touching. There it is in an hour 11, just a little bit over. Congratulations.
Nice. Yes, that's so great. Woohoo!
Let's go! There's so many people that are excited for Girls in Step. They're fantastic human beings.
Yes.
And they all just gel together so well, and they practice so much. So I am thrilled that they were able to reach this position this year.
And here we've got We Put the Betcha and You Betcha, the Minnesotan team, Sarah, Lauren, Dawn, and Andrea. Amazing puzzlers.
And they are doing fantastic.
They are.
And you know, as we cross this hour and 11
and there's
line.
M&M, which actually Emma told me they pronounce it M&M. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
They are doing a fantastic job. This is where all of these teams have to dig deep. We are at the end of a long weekend of puzzling. They've been focusing for an hour and 12 minutes together. They've been breathing each other's air. They've been bumping into each other. They've been elbowing each other. So now is the time to dig deep, cheer each other on. The team morale becomes a huge factor in pushing through on the later half of these puzzles, especially if it's a little tricky for you. But the Betches are a well-established team. They're doing a fantastic job here, and they are closing this out with an amazing speed. I think they're going to be able to keep this under an hour 20, which is an amazing time, being able to do 2 1,000-piece puzzles under that limit.
That's incredible. I mean, I would have thought, if you'd asked me a couple of years ago, you know, where people are going to be at terms of speed at this point, you know, I would have thought, oh, really, two 1,000s and under an hour 10? Like, come on. And it's like we keep achieving these new goalposts, right? Like the goalpost keeps moving further and further because every year people come in with blazing fast times. I mean, this year we saw, I think I'll be so interested to see the data, and I know you all love data out there.
Yeah.
I can't wait till after this and we get the analysis, we see Karen's videos, we find out, you know, what everything looked like in the grand scheme of things. But I mean, I think we're going to see that this, once again, at Nationals, the level of speed has just gone up a little bit more.
I think so many individuals have improved their speed, so many pairs and teams subsequently have just gotten better and better all of the time. I joke with some of the people I coach that the goal is to have line go down.
Yeah,
right? If your time
go down.
Yeah, it's not line go up, it's that you want the line go down. And Team M&M is doing a fantastic job here. You can see that they're reaching around each other. They're reaching around each other, and I really like how they're doing the third side. I want to point out they also put their puzzle image in that vertical configuration rather than horizontal.
Easier for referencing, Yep. I was going to mention, so I've been looking at the worldjigsawpuzzle.org site where we can see results. They are coming in. So far, as of an hour and 3 minutes into this competition, we had 69 teams that have finished that first 1,000-piece puzzle. So that's pretty great.
That's absolutely amazing.
And now, we're starting to see our top finishers get in there too. And we have right now, it's all the way, to 5th place, girls in STEM. So we're looking for, we still have 5 more spots on the podium available. So, we could do.
Oh, yeah. You betches, trying to get the rest of this out. You can see that they've almost they've started to go towards a pick and place tactic. They're trying to dig through those pieces and find little tidbits that they can sunburst in from in order to finish this one out. It's so tricky whenever you reach that point where there's a little bit of overlap. But Team M&M, are they going to keep this under an hour 15? I think it's going to be just over. They're doing a great job. They're all in that same little gap down there at the very bottom. They have maybe about 6 pieces remaining. They're reaching around each other. Emma's reaching around Emma. Emma's reaching around Emma. Emma's reaching through Emma. And Min is doing the last piece. There it is, just at an hour 15 and 15. Congratulations, M&M. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You can make fun of me later if I was incorrect on it. Amazing times here. We're at an hour and 15 and 30 seconds, and we've already had, I think we've had 7 finishers at this point.
No, I think it's just been the 5.
It might just. Yeah. I think we're
at top 5, and we've got 5 more spots left on the podium. So we've got a little ways to go here in this competition,
So the top 10 is still in contention.
Yeah.
So all of the teams want to push each other just a little bit more. Can you get just one more piece in? Can you sort just a little bit more? Can you be a little more detailed to set somebody else up for success? That's one of the things that I love about teams is how the communication works between all of the different individuals, because you often have practiced pairs working together where it's like this pair and this pair join together to make a megazord of puzzling, and they do such a really, really fantastic job whenever they can iron things out. And you can see here, I don't quite have the name. I think that's Irina.
I think it's Irina's team. Yeah, for sure. I can see Irina there. Oh, where are we?
That's Irina. It's just puzzle faster, which is great advice.
Yes.
I always recommend it. That's Rachel, Irina, Rebecca, and Jessica Streitz.
Yep.
And they are doing a great job here. They're coming in probably to the last 200 pieces or so of this Beach Treasures 1,000-piece puzzle. I'm going to spin that around for folks that way
so
they can
see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Get a good look at it.
And they're doing a fantastic job here. That lower part of the puzzle where it's a lot of brown and overlap is going to be really tricky. And I think it's going to become a game of making sure that you're encouraging your fellow puzzlers. Here's the betches.
Oh, they're getting close. This is so close.
There's no ambiguity now.
Yep.
They're using that puzzle tray. There's no big gaps. Anything they pick up can go in at this stage. And this is where you want to see high physicality. Grab the piece, dunk it in.
Yep.
This is all of the folks on here. I'm trying to list them out real quick.
Oh, yeah, I know those folks. This is Sarah, Lauren, Dawn, and Andrea. They're Minnesotans from my home state. And, I mean, they consistently win the St. Paul Winter Carnival, or at least place in the top. I think they won the 1,000-piece division this last year. They're really good at those random cut, puzzle twist puzzles. I feel like maybe now, that's more, they used to obviously be in the top. They still are. They're going to be the top 10.
There's the last couple, but
they're going to get it in under an hour 18. Under an hour and 18.
Hey, I think they're amazing at all of the puzzles, considering they just did that.
They are.
That is absolutely astounding they were able to pull that off.
I don't want to sound like I'm minimizing because, yes, they are amazing. But, man, they are good at the random cut. I'm just going to throw that out there. But, yes,
I think
that was amazing.
This is Peach Please. We're puzzling. This is Jen, Amber, Zin, and Beatrice. They are coming into the end here. Are they going to be able to keep this under an hour 20? That would be absolutely amazing to get 2 1,000-piece puzzles done in that.
Yes. That means that you're getting 2 each done in under 40 minutes potentially. And yes, here we are, everybody. We're going to have some guests joining us.
Do we have enough
All right.
Yeah, you can use that. We have a couple of guests coming in as we see a few more teams finishing up here.
Yeah, we're
rounding up
still
the
in top 10 here, everybody.
Congratulations.
So that was Allie Arundel's team. That we're not just a flock of geese. It's Andrea Heiston, Allie Arundel, and Jennifer Sipple and Jasmine Lambert, and they just got the 7th place spot. So congrats to them. Oh wait, no, Peach, please.
Well, they
have a missing piece,
so we're gonna have to look
7
at
and
the
8
official
could be
results there.
we're gonna have to look at official
That's still
results. That could
amazing
change.
times.
Yep. So we still have 2 spots left on the podium, 9th and 10th. And, we'll see who it is pretty quickly here. But right now, we have some very special guests at the table. Our first place finishers, the Jiggernauts. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So, first off, congratulations. Second of all, how does it feel to have done 2 puzzles in under, I believe it's an hour and 6 minutes, something like that? Yeah, an hour 5:29.
Wow. That's awesome.
Like,
We've never done that before.
Like,
Still in shock.
Like
Never done that before?
nobody's carrying any like dried wood that caught on fire or anything like that. Like, you didn't have to worry about that. That's so cool.
I mean, yeah. I mean, are you relieved? Are you just like, okay, now I want to go lay down somewhere? Like, how are you
I want to
feeling?
celebrate. I'm
we're so
overjoyed.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got to experience
It was emotional.
this with these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Same.
Really love each other.
You guys, you made up some time. So I'm guessing maybe this was your favorite out of the 2 because you finished second.
No,
when it
we
came-
finished first
Oh, you
on
were
the first
on the
one.
first
Yeah,
one?
we-
Oh, I'm
but not
sorry.
by much.
Okay, my memory
Not
is
seconds,
not so
though.
great. Okay.
Yeah.
But I
So-
did like that one
but
a little
you
better.
did. Did you? Well, because
I feel like
you talked
I
about
like the
this,
cabin.
Jessica.
I like the cabin.
Oh, okay.
I was
You
just
had the
fed
fun
pieces
part.
the whole time.
Fun too.
I'm just saying, sorting the shells was a drag.
Tell it like it is. Yeah.
Enjoy myself. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Jessa was high as a kite when she saw this guy. She was like squealing and like, we can win, we can win. I'm like, Jessa, please calm down.
Well, walk us through both of these puzzles and kind of what was going through y'all's minds as you were doing it. Let's start off with the cabin there.
Oh wow, I'm looking at this with new eyes.
Is this your first time
Yeah,
seeing
this
it?
is what I saw.
Oh, you
like
just
right
saw it
here.
upside down.
Yeah, I feel like I was just like given chunks, and they're like put them together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just like they kept coming.
Yeah, these
And
two.
so I didn't really see most of the image. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did anybody have a specific job? It sounds like, Alice, you just kind of were on pure assembly mode the whole time. Was there a
most of it,
designated
yeah.
feeder,
It was
or did you all
amazing.
rotate through?
Hannah and I fed most of the time.
Yeah,
We
they're
fed and then
incredible feeders.
I was trying
We're
to
so
Yeah.
grateful.
like
So
building
grateful.
smaller things as I was also
Yeah. Multitasking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think ultimately, like we all need to put the puzzle together, and like there's only so much sorting and feeding before it's like a waste of time to not just do it yourself. So that I
Yeah.
think is like the one thing I've changed about my strategy this year. So
That's good.
like building some and then making sure Alice always had plenty to do.
Feed the beast.
And she's crippled. We don't want her walking around.
No.
Yes, Alice, in case you haven't seen her, from anything but, the waist up all weekend, has a brace on her foot or like
I
a
took
cast
it
on
off
her
for
foot.
puzzling.
Oh, you did?
Sam, you did not hear this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
well,
it made more sense.
yeah,
to
I
not
get
have
that.
Makes sense.
Right.
How did you all treat the rock section around that fireplace? Because I think most of the teams closed there. So
Yeah,
what
we
kind
did.
of got you through that quickly?
I think we saw there was
The line
some line
at the
above the
top.
fireplace, which could sort of help distinguish what went above and below. And so then you could like grab pieces strategically, but just brute force. I
Brute
don't
force.
know. There's
Yeah.
only so many pieces and places they can go.
Luckily, it wasn't that
Yeah.
big, but
That makes a lot of sense. So you guys blew through this one. I want to double check the.
Oh,
double
yeah,
check
I've got the
on it.
time up.
I think it's 33 minutes and 15 seconds.
Wow.
On that first one.
That's
is that
impressive.
surprising to you, or is that like, yeah, we do that on Tuesdays? Like that's.
I don't know if we've ever been together on a Tuesday, actually. Ever. Or a Monday. I've never been with you on a Monday.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no.
That
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised.
just
In a
got
good
it
way.
amazing
with the
time,
number
like-
10 spot. So that
we go.
completes our first through 10th.
Nice.
Sorry,
Piece
piece
de
de
resistance,
resistance.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yay.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Yes. but
No.
That's exciting.
So a fantastic time on that. And then we transition over to the beach treasures puzzles. And we know that Jessa was squealing with joy for the sky.
She was.
Jessa did like a good at least like third and just like knocked it out immediately.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was so
Well, I was
easy
handed pieces. It was
to
lovely.
sort the horizon line.
Yeah,
sky
the
without the
lines. I
horizon,
actually
the
did the
water.
edge, and then I did the horizon line, and then I went back into the sky, and then I went to the water, and then the sand.
The surf,
Yeah,
and then the
yep.
sand that wasn't grainy.
Yeah.
The smooth sand.
And Alice
then
worked
these
the sand
branches.
that was grainy later.
Yeah, I didn't know what was on the rest of the puzzle.
I was like, at the beginning, I was like, Alice, do you want to do the starfish? And she's like, yeah. And then I give her all the starfish pieces. She goes, that is so many pieces. Like, it was way bigger than she thought.
Yeah, I worked on that for a while.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're seeing more and more teams starting to roll in under the hour 25-minute line. It's absolutely amazing. When you all got done with the second puzzle and you heard the cheers, what was the first thoughts going through your minds?
We've
We
got
can do
this.
this.
Yeah, let's do it. This is ours. Yeah.
And then we pulled the second puzzle out.
It was like, this is ours to lose. This is ours to
I was
lose.
like, woo!
There's
Yeah.
just enough to like sort and just enough busyness that it wasn't going to be like full sprint.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So-
yeah.
Yeah. Good patterns, textures. Yeah.
Was there a little bit of a, okay, we got an easy one with Steve's. Is the second one going to be like a
Not
real
to me,
bear? Or
I think-
were you
We
expecting
said that, didn't we? Didn't we say during it the second one will be harder? Or maybe I was thinking
I think
that.
we did think that.
Do
yeah.
you think it's harder, the second one? You guys?
Yeah,
I think it's slightly harder.
Slightly. It's
We
similar.
wondered about
But
that.
we did it
It's-
faster.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the second one in
That's
32
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
seconds,
more
so it was about a minute
colorful.
faster on the
Like
second
It's brighter.
part, it's harder. The middle part.
This had so much
I do
dark.
think that finishing the first one first just kicked us all into gear. 'cause I was
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we knew
wait
it
a
was
minute.
possible. to
Yeah,
win.
that was
I guess
crazy.
it's like the 600 pieces here, like at the bottom, are way harder. But then you
Right.
can eliminate like the rest.
The
of it.
rest, yeah.
That was so fun.
so fun.
What was it like whenever you knew that you had won? Like the judges called it, like you all just seemed so elated.
Yeah, you have to
like,
tell us
yeah.
because none of us will experience
Yeah.
this, so we're curious.
Us mere mortals.
Exactly, us mere mortals.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
just
don't know.
especially with people you really care about. I just hate to keep saying that, but it's true. Like we really
Yeah.
bonded through this experience. We didn't know each other before last year's nationals, and arriving for that was the first time we'd ever puzzled together.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then we did pretty well last year, and then
Yeah.
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 Pretty well second.
Pretty well.
So there was only one place to go from there. No, that was awesome.
Yeah. So now, yeah. Now what? I mean, do you have to go and get on an airplane and stand in line at the
Hannah.
airport for 3
Hannah.
hours? Oh
Yep.
no.
Yeah, my
We
flight
didn't check
tonight.
bags, so hopefully it's just TSA. Hopefully
Okay.
they get us through.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard it's gotten better.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's
I
not.
think it'll be fine.
Not going to be too bad.
Have you ever had the like puzzle boxes tested when you're going through the airport? Like, do they think you're trying to smuggle like extra edge pieces?
I've had my box top holder from
Yeah.
Zacco checked.
My box top holder's
Yeah.
gotten flagged before too. I wonder what they think when they just pull it out and it's just this like block of wood and they're like, is there a
Yeah,
slit
they're
in
just
it?
like,
Like,
Yes. Yeah.
Cherry Blossom finisher, Cherry Blossom challengers
Yes.
finishing up this under an hour and a half. Very well done.
I know when I went to Worlds before and they ask you at, immigration customs or whatever, like, what are you here for? And it's like a jigsaw puzzling
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you arrive, like, they're like, oh, what? And they're like, what is that? And then by the time you leave the country, they've seen many, many other people. And they're like, oh, yeah, we know all about that thing. Cool, you're good. Like, thanks for coming kind of thing. It's so funny. But, yeah, I mean, it's a lot this weekend, right? You travel in, it's like exhausting. Are you all feeling that exhaustion, or are you still just kind of high on the adrenaline?
not yet.
Probably,
Yeah, not
yeah.
oh, I think it's hit me.
Yeah. Well, you have a big emotional release probably
Yeah.
after the individual, right?
Yeah.
Because that was high pressure. Coming into that, you were really the favorite, and then because you had such a crushing time, and then now you get this, and you do the team.
Yeah, I feel
and-
like it's like a wave. I tried to like have sugar between the two to like have something in my body, but I'm definitely on the decline.
So, I mean, you're at the first place spot in teams and individuals, so that's quite an accomplishment, Alice. So
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so Are you going to get your puzzle signed? Like, are you excited to meet Steve?
Why not?
Yeah.
He was so lovely during our conversation. Somebody said, though, in the chat, they're like classic British, like reticent guy. Like, he's kind of quiet. He's not like super chatty. But he was talking a lot about the image and how he spent like probably more than 200 hours on that.
Oh my God.
And it was just incredible to hear him, like how he kind of puts that together and imagines that, you know, in his mind's eye, and it was just really great. He was so impressed by you, of course. He was here when you were like finishing and, you know, putting it away, and he just kept saying, I'm just amazed. You know, he was just like just amazed by you.
Really
so
Was genuinely flabbergasted that in 10% of the time that he took to design it, you all had already solved it. Which is really, really phenomenal.
Crazy.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Well, do you all have any words of wisdom, advice for puzzlers that may want to join together to become a megazord of puzzling like you all have, and just become a unit that chews through these puzzles in under 35 minutes, which is wild.
We had, on the second puzzle, we just had really good communication, I felt like, and really good ideas. We shape sorted at the end. Someone pointed out that there's grainier sand, so we were able to pull that out and take out that distraction from the rest of the pieces we had on the top of the puzzle. I think it was just like good ideas and follow through on those ideas.
Yeah, adding on, I feel like, being comfortable voicing your ideas and just like being comfortable around them, because you are all up in their business.
Right.
Like, I feel like the first couple puzzles, like last year, we were like, oh, sorry, and now we're just like, whatever, we're just gonna like go for it.
And like staying out of each other's way, and sometimes that would mean like, I think multiple times I told people to switch seats, because I would notice someone was working on something that they didn't need to be by the pieces or so on and so forth. So I was like, do you guys want to switch? And then
That's good.
and you don't have to worry.
You're a good
like, don't
director,
worry about
Hannah.
offending people, because you're all have the same goal here. So like,
Yeah. And we just get along really well. We like genuinely adore each other. So that helps.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, they're zooming in on the missing piece.
The
Where is
mission
it?
piece.
Oh my
in the bag.
goodness. I just
No, I
makes
don't
me so it makes me so sad. I hope they find
The
it.
pom poms.
I love the pom-poms.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like the pom poms.
It's Team Macro Data Refinement that just finished up there.
Yeah, and there's War and Peace.
War and Peace. That's
Go,
Tammy, Yvonne,
Simi.
Lindsay, and Simi.
Yep.
Getting ready to finish this up using the trademark transparent puzzle tray.
I know. I feel like they were one of the first to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm kind of curious, team. What does the communication on the table sound like? Like, are you very militaristic and like, you go here now, you turn this, or is it? Are you guys joking the whole time?
No.
Or,
I'd say
like,
it's
what is it like?
minimalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Hannah is our
assertive.
director. I hope that's fair to say.
And she's assertive.
And she she just like, I don't know how you do it, but you like notice, like you said, when people need to switch or like if they get stuck, maybe you should switch places, stuff like that.
And calling out things you see.
Yeah, I feel like you're really good at pulling little things from the pile, and you're like, you do this, you do this.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I think that's super
Yeah.
helpful to have somebody on the team that feels comfortable and can do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you know, it's that thing of making organization.
I
out
do
of a
find
chaotic
like,
thing.
but when I say minimalist, like there's a whole lot you could say when you look at this puzzle, but most of the time
We just
people are
plug away.
focused on what they're doing, and you don't want to distract them. So you don't want to like over describe or over. Sometimes it's like if you see something, just get it yourself.
Right,
Don't
yeah.
try to explain it to someone else to get it for the.
Yeah.
I would say we talk a lot less than other teams.
Yeah, we
so
do talk
too,
a lot.
We get it done.
And it's always nice, I think.
Yeah.
That's so lovely, and I'm thrilled that you all care about each other and get along so well and have had such a huge success. What are you all going to do to celebrate now?
Maybe get ice cream.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard.
Gelato last year. So
Two of us are leaving tonight,
We have to go
which
before.
like breaks my heart.
I
but-
know. Well, my flight's not till 9:30, so I'll be at
nearby.
the awards thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can let you get going so you can start your celebrations.
Thank you.
Is there any shout outs, love you want to say to the world, anything before we let you get on with your day?
I feel like I could go on forever. My dad, my mom, my family, my friends, my rugby team, everybody.
Yeah, my family, my 3 kids, Nemo, Juby, and Elsie. I love you.
My family and My friends, I don't know, it's the same.
No, we love our families.
Family, friends. I don't even know who's watching, except maybe my mom.
Hey, moms.
Oh man! Well, congratulations
Yes.
once again on a fantastic time and a great puzzling weekend.
I
I'm just
know.
thrilled for you.
It's just
Thank
been
you.
such a delight to watch you, talk with you. You're all just so lovely. I'm just full of emotion
Ditto.
right now. I'm gonna start crying. But yes, congratulations. We're so happy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See y'all later. Oh wow! That was our first place teams United States
Yes.
champions. Just fantastic human beings heading off into the sunset after getting an amazing time.
Yep.
In the intermediate, we've had so many teams finish.
So many teams finish.
I
This
wonder
is
if we're
Odd
gonna be able
Birds
to-
we're looking at
This is
right
Odd Birds,
here.
getting those last pieces in under
Yep.
an hour 35. Great job,
I
team.
mean, just amazing. Yeah, I keep checking the results because they just keep coming in. And I'm trying not to be distracted, but it's just amazing. So we've already had, as of an hour 30, we had 19 teams that had finished
Good
both
gravy.
puzzles.
That just
Oh,
shows you the
there should
level
be-
of competition that
Is there
everybody's
another
working
chair?
on.
Do you want Oh, I don't know. How did we do this? Oh, sorry.
I
I
think-
didn't know we were missing a chair.
I think they were sharing a chair earlier.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Kimberly, Connor's
there we go.
mom, in for the clutch save here, giving
There
us
we go.
another
Yeah,
chair.
we got an
Thank
extra
you,
one.
Kimberly.
Well, for those of you listening at home, yes, we do have another team coming to the table. What's part of the little
Yes,
scramble?
thank you so much.
This is 3.5 men, our second place finishers. You all did an amazing
Oh
job.
my
That was
gosh.
a crazy time that you
Yes.
an
Thank
you.
hour 7:47 for 2,000-piece puzzles. How does it feel to have put up that kind of time on this?
I was honestly just stressed that since we got a super easy one at the beginning, that we would get something like Jewel Jungle. And I was like, okay, here we go for the long haul. But then when I saw the puzzle, I was like, okay, we might do it as fast as the other one.
Oh, that's fantastic. We literally asked that question of the past team. I was like, were you a little worried about what that second one was going to be after you saw the first one? But I'm glad that we didn't put you through something like that. I'm glad you were like, okay, cool, this one we can do.
Yeah, we were talking. Those two puzzles took us about the same amount of time as Jewel Jungle last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Almost as fast as our prelim as well. I think just 4 minutes off.
Yeah, I was going to say the prelim because that was the pretty difficult abandoned series and,
Yeah.
and the landscape picture. Those can be pretty tough. Tell us a little bit about what you all thought whenever that first puzzle came out, that Cozy Retreat.
I really liked it, but I was really focusing on like the sky area, which was a little hard, even though there is a good gradient. But it wasn't. I thought once you get to the end, like the wood wouldn't be that hard, but when you really look at the pieces, they were a little bit tricky. Same for the fire around the fireplace.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I thought it was a great image for a team race because it was pretty clear to us how we could divide and conquer it and kind of stay in our own sections and not clash too much until closing, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, closing with the stone around the fireplace for sure. So.
Yeah, that was pretty tricky. Matt, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a little bit darker on the pieces than it looks on the box. So the repeated wood textures and the stonework was definitely a little bit of a challenge to sort out and get in the right spots. So there were some challenging aspects, but it was still a good puzzle.
What was like your favorite part of this puzzle? Because Steve was here earlier talking about the artwork and how it took him almost 200 hours to hand paint all of the details on here. Like this isn't digital. Like this isn't a picture. Like he hand painted it.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite parts of this?
I do like the Steve Reed puzzles, like down here, and the puzzle board and the table.
The puzzle in the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor mentioned while we were working that, I did this puzzle.
Of course he did. He's done all of them, right? I think.
I've actually never done any, but I've seen a few of them.
Okay. Awesome.
I liked the sunset. It was pretty discernible and pretty.
Yeah.
A lot of fun patterns in there too. The pillows and the bags. That's what I started with.
Yeah, it's nice when there's, the the light bulbs that kind of break up that section that give you something to tell you that that's where that wood goes there.
Yeah, being able to use the grain inside of it is really cool. So you all got through this one. You were nervous for what was going to happen next.
Do you blame us?
No, not at all.
Sorry, we've traumatized you all. I apologize. We didn't this year, though, right? With no trauma. Like
No.
this year, it
No
was
trauma this year.
Yes, good.
No.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
So you get through this one. What were your first thoughts whenever the second one comes out of the bag?
I knew someone had to shot in the water, and then Josh and Matt did the shot in the water, and me and Kyle really did all the distinct seashells, and then we really just worked in from there. But I think instead of looking at the seashells, once you have those, like really easily, like the really easy ones already put together, you look at the sand, because the sand is a little like there's more of a gap in the sand at the end, like more at the bottom than up at the top.
Yeah, we noticed that. Like the other team said the exact same thing. Somebody in their team kind of called out, "Oh, the sand's a little different, like at the bottom," so that kind of helped them to distinguish.
And there was a little bit of a gradient on it when I did the edge.
Oh, that's always handy.
I honestly thought it would be more sortable than it was. There was some sortable elements, and then the last 250 pieces were just brown, white, mixed blob.
Well, and that sky is no joke either. We were looking at it, and we thought it looked like it was going to be trickier than it was. Is that what you guys
Matt and I
ran
would have
into?
gone for half of the puzzle being sky and water, not a quarter.
Yeah, we were kind of fighting over that rather than sorting out the different textures in the shells, because it was really tricky. I've done a lot of puzzles with kind of just a mix of shells on top of each other, and it's always very tricky to sort them out, and it's a lot of picking place at the end.
Yeah. Now, Kyle, I know that, and a lot of folks watching, you are a Twitch streamer. You're used to having a camera around you.
Yeah.
Did the extra, like, over-the-top cameras or the crew running around, did that affect you at all, or was that just old hat and you're used to it?
Yeah, I mean, the Twitch is one thing, but also just having come to so many of these in-person competitions. I will say during the solo prelim yesterday, it kind of got to me. When you have that moment sometimes when, you know, you're closing in, and if no one else is finished, then it gets pretty intense.
That quiet pause before the storm where it's still sinking in, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, it's probably not quite as bad in teams and pairs because you have someone else to like help refocus you a little bit.
I was kind of curious because we asked the Jiggernauts this. What does it sound like on the table whenever you all are talking to each other? Are you like very militaristic and like, you go here now, you work on this now? Are you joking the whole time? Are you picking on each other? Like what is the
chatter,
vibe on the
trash
table?
talk? What's
It's positive speech, like checking in with each other, making sure people are feeling like they're useful where they're at, and, you know, making sure if there's a change that needs to happen that we take care of that quickly.
And definitely calling out elements of the puzzle that you see, but we're not a very militaristic group.
I mean, the pseudo tie-dye shirts might have indicated that.
I mean, we're not the chattiest group in general, so I think we're generally calling out things, you know, if we need something. You know, if I see something that'll help somebody else, or if I see something that I need that somebody else can help me with. So it's intentional communication, but it's, you know, we're also working in silence a lot more than a lot of other teams, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so is anybody kind of filling that little bit of a managerial role of being, you know, the last team talked about Hannah will sometimes be the person to notice, why are you like reaching all the way across? Like just switch, or, you know, like things like that, or just kind of noticing what the team is doing and maybe providing a helpful encouragement to like, oh, here, come over here if you're working on this or whatever. Is there that happening?
I mean, number one for us is trying to keep Connor moving productively forward. So if he needs to move, that's priority number one, and we kind of just fill in around that. Matt and I will switch some. In the first puzzle, Connor ended up on the top of the puzzle somehow, which is a little abnormal for us, and kind of caused us some issues on our switchover, but we worked through it. But yeah, I think, you know, we're definitely vocal enough with each other that if we need to switch, we make it known.
Okay. Do you have roles as far as like who's opening the bag, who's opening the box, who's doing this? When we do the transition, who's doing the fold and like that kind of thing?
For the most part, I open the drawstring bag. Kyle flips the puzzle and gets the top off. I open the inner bag. Connor's getting the box top into the holder. Matt starts spreading out pieces and then flip. I'm pretty much the designated sorter for the first 5 minutes or so to try and get some good piles going. And then we just call out our areas and work from there.
So that does sound like you've kind of figured out
I want to say a
how
quick
to all
thing
work
about
at that together.
This team that just finished. You saw for a second there, they had their hands behind one hand behind their back.
Interesting.
It was so that way they wouldn't clash and run over each other a whole bunch.
Okay.
And you'll see some of the other teams doing that from time to time too, to make sure that there's space.
Keep
Sorry,
the
I just
eight
wanted
hands
to.
out and
It was
more
a
four
cool.
hands
It was
in
a cool
the
thing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that is helpful, though. If we kind of have that little system of like, this is how we're going to do this consistently, so you even just get better at those little things.
Right.
Because it can be seconds, right, between first and second.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
last year we got third by 8 seconds.
Right. So little things like that, like a transition or, makes a big difference.
Yeah, how does it feel to have moved up a position,
right,
and put up a spectacular time? Like I can't understate this. That's an hour and 7 minutes, under an hour and 8 to put in 2,000 puzzle pieces. Like that's got to feel amazing.
It felt fast when we were doing it, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I don't think those were the two easiest puzzles, at least for me. So it felt like a sprint, but, that's still, I think, is a pretty good time for these two puzzles.
Oh, it's an amazing time. I mean, are you already thinking, like, third, second?
We were joking about that earlier, yeah.
What happens next year?
Yeah, at this rate, maybe 2027, yeah. We'll see.
Will be the
we
year,
just need to make sure there is a 2027, Val.
Okay, come on, everybody. We knew this was going to happen this weekend. That everybody was going to be like, so when are you announcing 2027? And I mean, we've had our hands a little full. I mean, we're working on it. You should all know that we're working on it. We are, and we want to make it happen. It's just,
all good things in
right.
good time.
All things in good time.
Yeah.
We are gonna rest a little bit after this and just take a slight break. And but Heather and Becca on the team, they are gung ho. Like they're newer on the board. I've been there 5 years now, so I'm like an old timer. But those two are just full of energy. They're just like they're on it. Like they're shopping options. They're getting it figured out, and then the rest of us are just sort of like, you do that, and we'll follow along. But yeah, I mean, we'll announce something as soon as we can. We just don't know quite yet.
Well, the whole board's done an amazing job this whole weekend. I know everybody's been just like raving about how smoothly everything's been running.
I mean,
there's been so few
We're almost
issues.
to the finish line.
Yeah, I
so
know,
yeah, exactly. Don't
want to jinx it. Yeah,
We want to thank the board, the judges, all the volunteers. This has been a fantastic weekend.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I hope everybody's had a really good time. I mean, I got to thank all of you because honestly, we wouldn't be here without this amazing group of puzzlers. I wouldn't get to commentate and just sit and watch. I mean, you give us something just so exciting and so joyful to just watch. Connor, I mean, literally, I felt like all weekend when your team would come on or your pair, the whole crowd would just sort of like murmur. It was like, I was like, like watching your hands just go so fast. You bring a lot of joy to people when they're getting to watch the four of you puzzle together. Your awesome team name everybody loves. The bright colored jerseys today. I was like, you guys should get the award for best new fit because you waited till the final to debut.
Yeah,
awesome
yesterday
shirts.
we kept it classy, and then
What about polygon tie-dye doesn't scream classy?
Right.
I
think these jerseys are amazing. Yeah. No, it's just been such a pleasure. We're so excited for all of you. And yeah, I mean, any last shout outs to folks on the stream here?
I want to shout out my family. Thanks for coming down with me. Thanks for experiencing this. Have friends and family watching back home.
I'll shout out my friends and family who've been watching, all the Twitch crowd as well. I know we've got some watch parties going on today.
Yep.
It's been a lot of fun to follow along with everything going on over there.
I'll shout out to my
everybody in the
family
building here.
and my dad and brother are back in Houston.
Nice. And your mom, of course.
Dude, she's like
Mom, let Connor off school tomorrow.
Oh, nice. You're getting out of school tomorrow. That's cool. Get to rest.
And I'll just shout out everybody in the building here. It's been an unbelievable weekend with everybody, and as it always is, every time all these puzzlers get together. So.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming over. Congratulations again. Second place finish. So impressive. We're so happy for you. And enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you at closing ceremonies.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just so wonderful. That was three and a half men putting up an hour 7 and 47 seconds time on two 1,000-piece puzzles. We just saw bacon and eggs finish. I think they might have been looking for a piece.
I mean, I got to go refresh the times. What are we looking at here, Jim, for how many people have already finished 2 puzzles in under 2 hours?
I know we have at least 35 so far and probably several more. And this is going to be really exciting. I can't quite see the name here, but they are coming into the end. Again, you can see their hands moving around each other, trying to get these in under 2 hours. Their hands up. The judge proves it. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, I just think, like, we're under 2 hours, and we've got this many of these teams finishing. There's 100 teams in here. I'm starting to wonder if 3 hours was too much time to give them, Jim.
I hope that we clear the room.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I am so excited if the United States has 100 teams in it that is able to get 2 1,000-piece puzzles done under 3 hours. That would be amazing. It shows you the level of competition here, how high it's gotten, how fast these puzzlers have become over time. It's just the most exciting thing to just see that level go up and up and up year to year and year. And we're going to see it more and more over time.
Yeah, all 100 teams have finished the first one. So
everybody's done on the first 100?
Everybody's done on the first one.
Let's go! Let's go!
I just looked at results, just refreshed. All of them have finished the first puzzle. The last one finished in an hour and 19 minutes. So that tells us they could get that puzzle done in an hour 19. So I think there's a very good chance that we're looking at all 100 teams being able to finish these 2 puzzles in under 3 hours.
Well, we're at an hour 50:41, and so a lot of these teams are feeling the fatigue right now. They've been up against each other. They've been in this I'm not going to say hot. It's been in a somewhat
warmish.
warmer.
Yeah.
They've been focusing for an hour and 50 minutes. I'm going to say that is under the runtime of Star Wars: A New Hope. So that, if you've watched that and like had to be really focused, you could do this, but it would be a little more difficult.
I like your point of reference. Going by how many New Hopes can you watch in the time period? That's a fantastic point of reference. Oh, Kevin's team just finished.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
And joining us here at the table, we have Puzzles for 500. Would you mind introducing yourselves to the galaxy for a moment?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jean Reuter.
Hi, I'm Kelly Walter.
I'm Grayson Shannon.
And I'm Kathy Reuter.
And this is our 3rd place team's final finishers for the U.S. Nationals. This amazing time. I want to point out, you all were able to finish this in an hour, 8 minutes, and 49 seconds. That is bananas.
Right?
How does it feel to put up that kind of time?
We're stunned silence, I guess.
Like to give you an idea, that first puzzle, you got it done in 33 minutes and 42 seconds.
Wow.
Which is cruising.
Cruising.
Tell us a little bit about what your thoughts were when this first puzzle came out.
Well, I think Grayson reacted first to that one.
I was going to say, I've done a lot of this artist
Steve
with
Reed.
a lot of the cozy, like the cozy themed ones. So I was initially really excited. I was excited by the sky, but there were a lot of sections that ended up being a lot darker than we expected, which became kind of challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic Steve Reed. It was fun with we called this the cutesy section, the puzzle table. That was the cutesy section.
It's got the Ravensburger puzzles, and it's got the puzzle that they're doing on the table.
I've been trying to identify those puzzles, not going to lie. They're part of the catalog.
Yeah, he was saying that puzzle image was one that he has used before and just like rotated it and put it in there a little bit. So I'm not surprised that you would recognize it.
Oh no, I was literally trying to ID the puzzles within there to see if those individual
that's
puzzles
what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah.
They're his puzzles.
Okay, they are. I was wondering if that was the cat one in the lower left because it has a pink box.
Yep.
I love it. I love a meta. Yeah, but there was much excitement at the table from Grayson when that one came out.
I got lucky. I got to do the wood in the sky and did less of the stone in the fireplace that was in there.
Sky did look fun.
Yeah.
This was one where every single person or team was doing that exact same, just like little L, like H-shaped area around the fireplace. It was just really consistent from one to the next.
That makes sense that it would be so consistent. Yeah, it was dark, but doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how you all as a team approach this one. Was there like a designated sorter? Was there a designated just go in and assemble? Like how did you congeal together to become the team that got through this one?
We kind of just shuffled around. So, and that was great because it made it fluid. So whenever people were getting stuck or needed to move somewhere else, we just sort of rotated positions and what the person was currently doing. So I think we all wound up sorting stuff and also all just wound up assembling in areas too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I did both. I know I did like a good bit of both.
Yeah. Grace and I started out sorting, and then we kind of switched with Kathy and Jean to be in front of the puzzle.
That's cool. I know a lot of puzzlers. They know they need to move on, but they're never sure when to do that. Do you have any advice for some folks that are learning how to do this or working with teams on how do you know when it's time to make a switch or move around?
I've heard people say that the instant you ask if you should shape, sort, that you should do it. I feel that's the same here. If you feel stuck, it's time to move on.
Yeah, I also, I generally check in with people. I'm like, how are you doing on that thing? Like, if someone's been quiet and they're working on a big section, I'm like, are you doing okay? Like, do you like that? Or are we having a tough time and want to move on to something else? And, I'll offer up what I'm working on, unless I really like it, then I won't. But I think just checking in with each other, too, is very helpful.
I'm kind of bad at knowing when I should switch sections. I'm stubborn, so I like to try to push through something, even when that's not necessarily my best move.
Well, but it does sound like you listen to your team to know when to make an adjustment.
Yeah,
which is
having a team helps because they do check in, and then you can say, okay, you're struggling on this, I'm struggling on this, let's swap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
So you get through this first puzzle in 35 minutes and 10 seconds. You're a little behind some of the other teams. You're doing great because that's a fantastic time. Tell us a little bit about what your thoughts were when this second puzzle comes out of the bag.
I like the second one. I like it a lot.
Good.
I was expecting it to be much harder. I was expecting a jewel jungle, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Nice. You're not the first person to tell us that at this table.
I was not expecting a jewel jungle. I had faith that was not going to happen again. I know you did too.
I was hoping it would happen. I love that.
Okay, yeah, Kelly actually did enjoy that puzzle last year, so.
Nice. Yeah.
That's really
cool.
cool.
I do think that a lot of people, were a little traumatized by that last time because the second puzzle was significantly harder, I would say, than the first one. I think Josh had pointed out that their combined time for this was how long Jewel Jungle took them last time. So obviously, quite a substantial difference in difficulty.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad to hear that, Grayson, you're just
I think
like,
the second
that's
one was
it.
easier, actually.
I agree.
What made the second one easier for your team?
We had gelled a little bit, I think, by then. This is only,
our fourth puzzle
our fourth or fifth puzzle together?
Get out of town.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we had done one puzzle before prelims together, and then prelims, and then this. So we're still figuring out, the jive of the team. So by the time we had the second one, that's 4 puzzles down. We had pretty much a better idea of how we were working together and what to do.
Here's my reaction to that. Sigh. It's like, what hope do the rest of us have? Like, your 4th time puzzling together and you come in 3rd in the final of the team national event? Like, that's incredible.
We're very lucky to puzzle with these amazing people.
Yes.
Well, maybe we should point out that 2 of you are a pretty consistent pair. And
That's true. The team may know how to work together pretty well.
There is a little bit more experience than
It's
0
true.
in there.
And
but in this configuraration, to have done that well with just 4 run-throughs, that is truly amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Yeah.
Kelly, how many times has it been that you've competed now with Kathy and Jean? For you, Kelly. I know for Grayson, first time, like this event. But I feel like you've competed together before, right?
I feel like Nationals last year was our first.
Was that the first time?
together?
That was our first competition.
Yeah.
As Jack Be Quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we did a half marathon.
Half marathon.
Oh,
And we were on a
that's
team
right.
of 6 together.
And
That's right.
was the marathon. The marathon was before, too. The 24-hour.
Yep.
Okay, we've done 2 marathons together with Kelly.
The 24 hours before and the 12 was after.
The 12 was after Nationals last year, though. Yeah.
That's a significant amount of time.
That's a significant amount of
to
time.
puzzle together.
Although Kathy and I are the morning birds, and Kelly was one of the night owls, so we actually didn't end up on that many puzzles together.
Also,
on the beach treasures puzzle, how did you all approach this one? Because I know that's a really lovely sky, but it's also a difficult sky, and there's also a lot of brown shells that kind of tripped up some of the other teams. So tell us a little bit about how you all approach this one.
I said, give me the sky, I'll take it, and then I'll leave you alone.
So we did.
I put in 0 pieces of the sky. Or
I
the
basically
water.
just took all of the sky, and then I was like, okay, I'll do the water next if I have time. And once I finished those, I kind of panicked because I hadn't looked at the rest of the puzzle yet. I just went, oh, sky, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's a great way to just divide
I was really
and
stoked about the
conquer
sky.
I got very fortunate and got to work on the shells. The big shells that actually had some color, and then we were left with like browns and oranges and whites.
I immediately would have been like dibs on the starfish. Like to me that like is right away what I would have wanted to like grab, pull, like put that together. Although Alice said it was a little more pieces than she would have
It was
expected.
a lot of pieces. I tried to give Kathy the starfish to start, and then she said no.
avoided
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up doing it because we realized that the stuff around it was quite distinct. So we did that first, and then that made it much easier to fill in.
I thought the white was maybe going to be a little challenging, but it doesn't seem like it at all. It just kind of maybe was like part of the background when you were doing it, almost like it's just part of the ocean stuff and not really a consideration.
It was the textures that you could see in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say, I mean, again, I feel like both puzzles had a very distinct like pattern of progress. It was like everybody had the same stuff kind of left at the end, and it was that cream brown like mixture stuff where it was like a variety of pattern, texture, kind of the same. A lot of people pointed out that the sand was a helpful indicator towards the end, where it was like, oh, well, you at least knew a little bit, like where if it had a certain kind of sand next to it, that could help, because it was a little different in terms of like resolution maybe or something.
Yeah, Kathy, sand. Sorry? Filling the sand in at the end.
Oh, yeah. I said that this is pick and place and asked Kelly to come take over.
Did you do anything on this puzzle, Kathy?
No, I just shuffled pieces around and just kind of passed things back and forth.
I think she can't hear very well at the far end of the table.
Oh, sorry.
Kathy
yeah.
did do the edge.
Oh, okay.
She did the whole edge,
there.
and she
I
did the
a
primary.
bunch of the shells.
Yes.
All the like the shells and stuff. She did a lot of the white and tan or cream shells.
Yeah.
Well, that's like hero work then.
Yeah.
Like you deserve a real round
We
of
kind of gave her
applause there
the
for
good
that
stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, a lot of it is always setting other people up for success, and even if you're not doing all the assembly, you're making space for other people to do the things, and that's always wonderful. And also getting the whole border done, that's 12% of the puzzle in one shot. That's nothing to sneeze at, which is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel overall to put up that kind of a crazy time against all of these other amazing teams? Like it's got to be crazy to get an hour and 8 minute, just under an hour 9 for 2 1,000-piece puzzles.
Okay, go, Kathy. You're quiet down there.
Oh, man, that is just unreal. The front row we were looking at before the competition started, and our jaws are just dropping. We're like, holy cow, there are so many talented teams up here. So very proud.
Very excited.
It is kind of incredible. Tables 1 through 5 placed 1 through 5. So that's kind of crazy. That's pretty accurate, like in terms of like how people performed in the qualifying rounds coming into this. But I just pointed out before, as you guys were getting seated, that all 100 teams in here have already finished that first one. So we are looking at the possibility of everybody being done in under 3 hours.
Oh, so exciting.
The longest it took anybody to get through the first puzzle was 1 hour and 19 minutes.
That's awesome.
Well, that's so great.
I know, very exciting.
I think
So
we cleared
let's
the room
hope.
on pairs.
We did. We cleared the room on pairs about 10 minutes before the time. So I tell you, these puzzlers are just so talented and just getting better and better every year.
Do you all have any advice for some of the teams that are on this second puzzle trying to get done under the time limit? I know that they've been focusing for so long. What sort of things would you have to say to them at this point as they try to finish up?
Honestly, I will say I think a shape sort is not the worst idea with all of this sand. And that's always something that, like, if you have 100 pieces left that all look the same, you can just do that, and it makes it a lot easier. You do just have to dedicate the time to that. So that could be something.
And also by this point, we're 2 hours in, your energy's flagging a little bit. This is where cheerleading really helps and comes into play. At least one person on that team right now has a little bit more energy. Yay, another finish. And like they just rotate around the team, just cheering each other on and keep the spirits up. They're close. So
yeah, they are.
It's within reach.
This is Penn Puzzlers, Madeline, Lydia, Trish, and Jennifer Hill. So it looks like they're maybe Pennsylvania Puzzlers. Is that what that stands for, I'm guessing? It's Penn with 2 N's.
I would imagine so. They're maybe about 15 pieces away. You can see
Yeah,
that they're doing
close.
their hands all around each other. They're at the point of zero ambiguity, so any piece they pick up can go in at this stage, which is going to be really exciting. But after 2 hours of puzzling, you can see that there's a lot of fatigue happening. All of those pieces have to start looking the same. There's just brown and overlap on top of it, which is really, really difficult to dig through. Well, I don't want to keep you all from celebrating and enjoying everything. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give to the world, things you want to say to the galaxy before we let you go?
Just keep puzzling, everyone. Love this community.
I would love to say, again, I said this in my first interview, big shout out to the board. I can't believe how, and all the volunteers, how insane you've made this event. This has been such a great weekend. I'm super sad it's almost over. And shout out to my friends and family that are watching, my mom, my dad, my sister. Thank you.
Thanks.
Extending that also to the sound and the video crew.
Yeah.
They've been fantastic. Also, quick shout out to my crew who was watching at home.
Nice.
Love you guys.
I'll just wrap up with a go fast, have fun.
Nice. Aw, thanks. Well, you've just been fabulous to watch. We've so enjoyed it. Looking forward to closing ceremonies and seeing you up on that stage. And just congratulations and thanks for just giving us such a wonderful weekend. I mean, I've gotten to talk to you all here at the commentary booth, and I'm glad because otherwise I wouldn't get to talk to anybody. So you're my favorite people. So thanks so much. And just, you just are amazing. Such great puzzling, and we're just thrilled to have you all here and enjoying this event with us. And it's just been a fabulous weekend.
Well, thank you very much to both of you. Keep puzzling everyone who's still out there.
Yep.
Congratulations. That was Puzzles for 500. That was Jean and Kathy Reuter, Grayson Shannon, and Kelly Walter. Fantastic puzzling and did a great job. And we are crossing the 2 hour and 6 minute line here in this team's finals of the U.S. Nationals 2026 competition. You know, we talk about getting the battle for the top 10. Now we're in the battle for who's going to finish under the time limit, and everybody's doing a great job. I can't quite see the team name on this one, but they're down to like the last 15. Yeah, you can see so many of these.
Chicago Puzzle Club.
Yeah. So many of these teams are using those Zacco board puzzle trays. They're fantastic. You can see that they have a little bit of a lip on them, so that way you can just slide the pieces off without. I sometimes call it the buttered toast issue, where if you slide the piece off, it flips over, and then you have to flip it back. Every little bit of optimization goes a long way, but they are coming into the final close here.
Fits and Giggles, Jennifer, Melissa, Ezekiel, and Alexandra. I love the tiaras. I love the shirts.
They're doing great. They're down to the last 4 pieces.
It looks like, according to the folks on the floor, we've got less than 30 teams to go. And we're at 2 hours and, not even 10 minutes. And less than 30 teams left to finish both of these 1,000s.
I think we're gonna be able to clear the room. This is so exciting.
So. I'm sort of like, we should have planned closing ceremonies an hour earlier. What were we thinking?
I think you were thinking, hey, this will give those puzzlers a little more time to go hang out in the community puzzle room.
True.
Do that. I know so many of these teams, their stretch goal was to make it into the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're here, they have another goal, which is they might be able to finish both of these in the time limit, which is a huge achievement. I think this is table 60. This is pieced together. That's Sue, Ann, Marianne, and Kristen finishing strong, just over 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Yes.
This is a phenomenal performance by all of these U.S. puzzlers, and I'm just elated to see their ability to come together and keep moving through this puzzle. I can't quite see this, but they're down to the last 5 pieces. You can see that they're trying to reach around each other. I think they're down to using the one-hand technique per person. I love that they put the trays onto the puzzles to save a little bit of space. They hit that button. That's 73. That's going to be the RAV4S. Jennifer, Layla, Jesse, and Nicole. Congratulations. And I want to point out, while people are puzzling, the room still has a bunch of folks that are cheering on these teams, bringing them into the final close. And I just get so excited to see the support that these puzzlers give each other, because it's never the case that somebody finishes alone at these competitions. There's always other people there that are cheering you on, excited to bring you in over the finish line, regardless of if you're in first place or if you come in at the end of the heat. We're excited that you're here and you're doing a great job.
Yes, 100%.
That's table 85. That's just one more, I assume, related to peace. It's Claire, Jennifer, Wendy, and Brandon. They just get done under 2 hours and 10 minutes. Congratulations.
Yeah, this is so satisfying as an organizer. I just got to say, and I'm not going to talk too much about that because I talk about it a lot, and I'm sure people are like, Val, give it a rest. We know. But I'm just so proud of this weekend and just how it's gone for everybody. And I am once again, and Allie said this in every one of her, announcements at the beginning, giving a shout out to Ravensburger. Ravensburger has just been such an amazing partner with this event. I mean, this is the most kind of, we've ever done for an event in terms of the size of the competition and the convention aspect and just all of it put together. And they have been such incredible partners. Every time they make it a bigger deal for us every time. And I mean, the amount of time and thought and just dedication they put into making sure that we have these beautiful puzzles. I mean, we got to have a call with Thomas. He prioritized the time to just congratulate us on the eve of this competition, and it's just wonderful.
I'm going to do a quick shout out to the Misfits. That's Brooke, Bill, Jody, and Aaron. Congratulations all. Their goal was to get into the final, and now they've beaten the time limit in such a huge way. It's great.
And this is 79, so that's Puzzle Pixies USA, Emily, Wan Yu, Gracie, and Emily. So they're about to finish as well.
And you can see whenever the teams know that end is in sight, and they get that little boost of energy to put pieces
exactly. Because this is a long time to be maintaining that intense focus.
Oh,
I mean, anything over 2 hours like this, you're going to come out of this feeling pretty gassed after something like this, I would think.
I just want to echo what you were saying a minute ago, Val. Ravensburger has done just such a phenomenal job with the image picks for every round.
Yeah.
All of the images have been tough but fair.
Right.
Is usually what I refer to it as. Right.
I wouldn't say there were any super easy ones, but there also weren't any that just led to frustration or left people maybe feeling a little traumatized or just that was maybe not super pleasant as far as a fast build. So it is really rewarding to see that all coming into play.
They've done a wonderful job, and the organizers have done an excellent thing. One of the things, I got a little tongue-tied there because I was so excited. The level of tension in the room hasn't been as high as it has been in years past, and I think it's because there's been so many of these little side competitions that Cobble Hills put on. I think the conventional based around the puzzling, having space to just relax and puzzle, I think that's done so much for all the competitors to stay a little more in control and do things.
All right, we've got two very special guests joining us, and I'm excited that they have finally gotten time this weekend to come to the commentary table.
That's right.
It's Heather Mueller, one of the USAJP board members, and Becca Taylor, so say hello.
Hi, we're so glad to finally be on the live stream. We have not had a chance to get over here.
Get away. Yes. Been a little busy, right?
Just a little, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been watching a heck of a show.
Oh, I know, right? It's been a heck of a weekend for that, like just watching all the puzzling. So, yes, tell us what you have been doing all weekend.
Aside from everything.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's really fun after all of these weeks and weeks of planning to finally see it come together. I've done a big part of the registration process. That was one of my areas, and also doing the results.
Yeah, so people have probably seen you in the background when you're at the table and everybody's running results up to you all weekend.
Yes, and we've gotten a lot better at getting volunteers to help. So I've had two lovely ladies helping me with doing data entry, which has been really nice. Just keeping everything. I think it's been really smoothly getting results into the system faster than last year for sure.
Who were the two people, just so we can give them a shout out?
A shout out to Amy and Arlene, locals from Atlanta that are helping out Faith's friends.
They have really put in the hours for sure, so yes.
Yeah, and then making sure that all of the seats are full during the competition. We want to make sure every seat is taken a spot.
Yeah.
And that must be really hard, because I know there's also been lines around the block almost for some of those rounds with people wanting to jump in as like walk-ons, and that might have been easy in the past, but with the number of people that are here and excited to be here, it's got to be so hard making sure that folks get in where they can and that you are filling those slots.
Yeah, big shout out to my other volunteers, Eric Liu from Chicago Puzzle Club. He has been helping me with registration. He has been holding all of the waitlist lines before each contest. The one we were really surprised about was pairs and how much in demand pairs has been. The line was, I didn't even count how many people, but it was like out the curtain, down the hallway. People really wanted to get into the pairs contest, so sorry we couldn't fill more people, but.
Right?
I think that just speaks to the level of excitement people have to take part in the organization's offerings as often as they can, and that's really, really wonderful.
Yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind for next year.
I know, right?
Exactly.
It's I feel like an endless demand right now of people that want to participate, and it's just so hard to get this all in for like a 3-day time span.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make a quick note here. We have about 45 minutes left, and there are only 20 teams left.
Wow.
Before we finish, so we might be able to clear the. I should say we have 19 left. I believe that's Amina's team. And
Yep.
they did a great
Joyce,
job of Joyce.
yep.
We've got some of the Michigan state leaders there.
Well, so Becca, what have you been up to? Because you've had a whole different thing going on this weekend.
Yeah, I've mostly been in other rooms and on the other floor. So I put together the exhibitor hall downstairs. So I've been hanging out down there, making sure all of our puzzle companies have what they need this weekend, and they're having an incredible time. And then I've also been emceeing the special competitions in our Cobble Hill room. And I think my commentary pales in comparison to that of seasoned professionals, but I have tried to keep people entertained throughout the weekend, so I'm getting in touch with my inner stand-up comedian.
I doubt it very much, Becca. From what I've heard, I think you're killing it in there, and it sounds amazing. I've been a little jealous, honestly. I've been like, maybe just take this crew over there for a little bit.
We've had a good time. It's unfortunate we didn't really have the capacity to put everything on the bandwidth, but a lot of the competitions were happening at the same time. But we had puzzle chess. We had a remarkable bracket situation. We had our own March Madness, if you will, on Friday. And we went from 400 people to one champion. So shout out to Emily Chandran. That was very impressive. And then yesterday we did a new game that we invented called Cobble Together. And then we did team relays in the afternoon, which are like pair relays, but with 8 people. So imagine the shuffle of that. And then today we also debuted a race called the Gauntlet, which was sort of a pyramid-style structure where you do progressively bigger puzzles.
That sounds really, really fun.
I know.
They were a riot, and we told everyone, the goal of this room is fun, and we designed all of those games to foster interactions between other people, so we tried to get people constantly moving and talking to new puzzlers.
I mean, I think it worked because the number of people I talked to that were like, "Oh, I played puzzle chess with them," and they met a lot of new people, and I think what you intended is exactly what kind of ended up happening, which is lovely.
Speed puzzling meets speed dating.
Yes, exactly. So I know you, Becca, haven't gotten to see much of the competition. I will fill you in that everybody at this table, the winners, when we're talking to competitors, loves the puzzles. I mean, I haven't heard a single bad thing, really. Everybody's just been like, they were amazing. And like today, we saw incredible times. I mean, under an hour and 10 for 2 1,000-piece puzzles. It's just been incredible. What have you thought in like what you've been able to catch here and there? And Heather, you've caught it all because you've been taking results. What's been your impression?
I thought it was pretty incredible that the winners were like 105. It's a question of like, do people like that the puzzles are easy enough that they can, and everybody can finish in the time limit? Like pairs, also everybody finished in the time limit, and individuals too. Yep. So we haven't had to do any extra calculations. So you kind of wonder.
Maybe easier math.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's easier, but do we?
You're about to say we need harder puzzles, Heather?
No, maybe we shorten the time frame.
Yeah, maybe, right?
I will say, I don't think people thought that these were super easy because everybody has also said, yeah, this was a difficult section, or there's chunks in here that are tough. And not to belabor the point, we still have several teams that are still chewing away at these, which is really impressive. So I think a lot of these puzzle images have been really fair, but the level of competition has gotten so much better over time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm still playing catch up, and I actually plan to watch you guys on the live stream all next week so I can find out what actually happened in here. But from what I have gathered, it seems like the times just keep coming further and further down each year, and the team times were faster than some of the team times we've seen win world championships. And so it's pretty remarkable to see that. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Val, but what I've gathered from the solo prelims, it seems like Hannah Doyle set a record with her 33-something, and then Alice smashed the record, I don't know, an hour later with her 30-something in terms of performances we've ever seen at U.S. Nationals. Which is just wild.
It is. It's wild. But, I mean, a lot of them have said it's not like they pulled stuff out and were like, oh, easy. They all have thought, like, they're at that nice happy medium, right? They're like, there's going to be a little bit of a challenge here. There's going to be sections that may be a little bit tough. But none of it's like a super easy collage that's going to go together in like, really record time. Or, designed for speed. It's been more like, well, this is good. This is like a nice, it's not going to be frustrating, but also not just like super, super fast, easy. Yeah. So I think we've done it. I think we've created the perfect event.
It's happened. You've peaked.
Our work here is done.
There's nowhere to go but down from here.
All right.
That's the spirit. What was funny is it was so long ago that we spoke with Ravensburger about puzzle images for this that I had completely forgotten what most of them looked like. And so I'm standing, watching something in the other room or asking somebody, hey, what's the puzzle in this round? Oh, yeah. But what struck me, having had so much distance between when I saw them the first time around, it was the tremendous diversity. So I think we hit a lot of the sort of puzzle tropes, if you will. Like we had, the scenic porch, and we've had the sort of tropical or seashell image.
We had some good landscapes.
Yeah, but just like a really broad range. So there wasn't really any particular one focus. And I think that's really cool because it tests a lot of different skill sets.
Well, and even the Abandoned series, right? Like something that's a little funky, a little different, that is not everybody's first pick, but is something that is really, really interesting to work on that a lot of them end up gravitating towards over time, right? It's so cool.
Yeah, and I think, too, Heather, we were giving you a lot of props because I did tell everybody, I was like, when it came to the stock imagery, Heather kind of put together this portfolio of images for us to all be looking at. Not a big surprise, there were some landscapes in there because that's your jam.
I definitely put those landscapes in there.
Yes, you did. Very intentionally, though, because I think we had become a contest that people around the world were looking at and going, well, USA, they always do these like, you know, graphic illustrations. Like that's the thing that's sort of the most popular. And so by taking the opportunity with the stock imagery to throw in an Atlanta skyline, a Savannah street scene, a Lookout Mountain, you know, we kind of mixed it up a little and, you know, and that's a lot you, Heather, because you found a lot of those. And the rest of us just got the easy job of going, okay, now instead of 800 options to look through an Adobe catalog or whatever, you had narrowed it down to this nice, maybe like 20, 30 options for us to peruse.
Can we talk about the goddess?
Yes.
Have you guys mentioned that one?
Oh,
forgot about this.
We had this really nice green goddess image that we wanted to use, but we could not get a strong enough image.
Yes. And if you're not familiar, look it up online, everybody. Go up and look Green Goddess. It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's in a park in Atlanta.
Park in Atlanta that's a large sculptural, like it's a tree, basically, right? Or it's like a bush. It's like been shaped into this woman figure, and it's just all green. It's a popular landmark.
Quick call out. This is 11 and a half cats.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Diana, Chloe, Tara, and Brian finishing. Oh, there's a piece down, but that's okay because they are well under the 2 hours and 25-minute line. They are searching everywhere for it.
Oh, and another team just
And
getting
that's
done.
Team 83. That's going to be slow jigged. That's Charisse, Lauren, Anna, and Courtney. A fantastic job. Two teams
be getting
within
down
just
there,
a few
everybody.
seconds of each other, and they are so through. I know that this team, 11 and a half cats, they were on the bubble. They were the last team at the 50 line.
Oh,
in the
they were?
prelims, and they
Okay.
were overjoyed to just make it in.
Mhm.
And so now you can see they're so excited to have finished that. And there's another team. I think that's is that Crystal?
I think we're going to be down to it's fewer than 10 teams left to go. So
and that's, I mean, that's the perfect arrangement, right? Where there's a broad spread, but it's the worst feeling when you get to the end and don't finish something. And so I really love to see the joy when all of our puzzlers get to finish something. You get, there's the adrenaline of the race, and then there's the dopamine of the finish.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you think that there should be everybody finishing versus having a few people.
Strongly, and I actually formed that opinion just last year in DC with our pairs final puzzle, which is this absolutely gorgeous image from Ravensburger called Fish in Fuchsia. And it was a very tricky puzzle to give, especially to give to pairs, because it was not particularly sortable. And every set of pairs finished, but from the first finish until the end, I think we had, I don't know, was it a minute, something left at the end? It was just a complete spread of times, and I thought that's exactly right.
Yeah, that's exactly
something
what
that
we
was.
want.
It was
Yep.
not easy. Like that is the caliber of a national championship.
Yeah,
and yet everyone finished and can have that really incredible feeling and that pride in knowing that they were at that table for a reason. They belong there.
I do not envy the organizer's job of trying to figure out what images a year ahead might be difficult or straightforward, or where it's going to sit, because you have to anticipate where the level of competition is going to be so far ahead out, and people just keep getting better and better, and that's got to be such a difficult position to be in, and you all do a fantastic job with it. Really, really, really.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think we get the images and then we kind of rate them on difficulty, and we're sure. We try to get the difficult ones into pairs and teams.
Right.
Yeah, and think about what's the right fit. Yeah. And then I'm sure you guys have talked about this at length with the solo final, but being able to do a round puzzle was interesting in terms of leveling the playing field this year. And really, we were only able to pull that off because we had table dividers, which we didn't have until last year, right around the time that we were starting to think about what the puzzles for this year would be. And so you're right, there's sort of this advanced planning of thinking, well, we don't know what the landscape is going to look like, but we do know that is going to be trickier.
Well, I also know that table 96, this is piece on the ground. That's Sammy, Megan, Trisha, and Rob closing this out. There's only one piece left. There's one more on the puzzle itself. There it is.
There it is.
All right.
27:32.
It's so funny because I caught myself just now being just under the wire. They have a half hour left. There's still 33 minutes to go in this competition. We're definitely going to see everybody finish.
Yeah. This is Team 84. Get it together. This is Megan, Emily, Molly, and Steph. They're doing a great job. And 98. This is going to be the
.coms. Meredith, Hannah, Tulsi, and Himakshi.
The team names have just been stellar.
Right?
Stellar this year. Kudos to all of you.
See, that's one of the things that I worry about over time is, are we going to run out of puzzle puns? Are we going to reach a point where we have to start?
What a puzzling conundrum.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to piece that one together. Maybe I have to go to some
the
puzzle
jig is
mansion.
up, you guys.
Keep
going. It's
Keep
done.
going.
Take
this act on the road. I'm seeing a lot of excellent use of sorting trays at the end, and that's newer.
This is.
We haven't had as many teams sort of doing the close off of the trays. It seems like a lot of these teams have been watching and learning.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And especially whenever you can get the trays onto the puzzle itself.
Yeah,
because it
so
saves
smart.
just a little bit of space. It gets those pieces you're not sure about a little closer to the hole, so that way you don't have to brute force it or pick up a piece and try it in 5 different spots. You can just do it with your eyes rather than your hands.
Or your neck doesn't hurt because you're constantly going back and forth.
Yeah.
Looking at the pieces, looking at the holes.
Absolutely hate that.
I learned this from observing some of the pros too. It would never have occurred to me to put a tray on top of a completed puzzle section. Like, it feels like sacrilege for the casual puzzler, but it really is smart for these purposes.
It's one of the reasons I love these live streams, because people can go back and watch and then adapt those techniques for later and for themselves. You know, we've seen so many teams start using the trifold and shove to get the puzzle during the transition between the first thousand and the second. And more teams are using that now because they saw it a few years ago and they're like, oh, that saves a good 15 seconds here and there. So seeing those things goes such a long way. And you can see the trophies are
There's
right
the
there.
puzzle
That's
chest
what our top
trophy.
10s are
Yeah,
gonna
that made by Becca herself here at the commentary table. Her hands got to work making that beautiful puzzle chest trophy, which I think is the best one. That would be the one I'd want out of all of them.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I think these ones we're seeing are probably the most coveted.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people jonesing for that homemade trophy, Becca. You may have to. That may be the thing next year. Is you just
All the
hand make
awards.
every single one of the awards.
No
not to add
problem, right?
one more thing to your long laundry list of things to do.
It would be fun, but I think it would feel a little anticlimactic for those poor souls. It's like, you mean I blood, sweat, and tears and hours of puzzling, and you're giving me a crocheted item? Emily's been a great sport about it.
It's absolutely lovely.
I mean, I appreciate that she didn't grab it immediately, insist on bringing it back with her. She's had to wait all weekend to get it because that championship event happened on Friday night. She only got her hands on it momentarily for photos, and now she'll get it today at closing ceremonies. So
it looks much fancier because it's in a display case, and that was all Val. that was your baby.
Well, I was at a Petco. It was handy.
Am I seeing one table left?
I was just going to say, we are getting down there, so I'm going to refresh once again.
This is the Nor'easters. I believe that's Maggie, Molly, and Rachel. And they have a mascot that seems to be chewing the table, some sort of T-Rex on the field. I'm hoping that it doesn't go stomping across the board. We know that T-Rexes are wont to cause chaos, but this one seems to be doing a great job of keeping order. We can see here, I think we only have
How many are left on the floor?
teams remaining.
Can't hear me?
But they are doing a great job here. You can see that they all know that the end is in sight, and I love that moment where the physicality kicks in, and they go, "We can do this," and they start sinking them in. This is a really technical part of the puzzle where you have to use just the tiny little tidbits to sink them in. I love that move of trading the trays there because it gives you a refresh on the pieces that you're seeing, rather than looking at a section and trying the same pieces over and over and over again. You can start swapping those trays around.
Yeah, it looks like these are shape sorted too.
Oh, and that makes
and I
life
think it's
so much
sorted.
better.
Each tray has a different shape.
So here's what's crazy. 3 teams left on the floor
let's
right now.
go. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, everybody. We're going to do it. And that is such an impressive feat to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Whenever I meet somebody new, and I'm sure you guys experience this, and somehow or another it comes up, because you immediately tell people, well, I happen to be a co-founder and board member for the USA JPA. You end up telling them this, and then they're like, well, so what are we talking about? Like, and then you say, oh, well, they'll do 2 1,000-piece puzzles in the final in under 3 hours, and people think that's crazy. And here we're going to
about an hour 5.
Right? I mean, yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, it is crazy. Like on the box, it usually says 6 to 7 years. So this is just a totally different level of being able to do this.
Yep. You know, for most people, you put a 1,000-piece puzzle out, and it's out for a week or 2 or 3 as you just kind of casually work on it. But not for these folks.
This is table 84. This is Megan, Emily, Molly, and Steph coming in on the last 5 pieces or so. We can see that they're reaching around each other. A well-oiled machine getting these last couple of pieces in. Those tie-dye colors matching this beach treasure so perfectly. They're getting the last couple of in. You can see that their arms are all over the place.
Yep.
There's the hands up. Congratulations. And you can hear in the background the cheers from the
look at all
crowd.
the crowd. Yeah, they got a cheering section.
There's actually a traveling cheering section right now. They're going from table to table to call in these last couple of groups, which is so exciting.
I love it.
The amount of support that the puzzle community gives, not just to the top, but to everybody in between, is so lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled for them.
It also is, okay, yeah, we were going to look at the leaderboard here so we can look at these incredible top 10 times. I mean, goodness sakes, that's just so amazing when you see it all stacked up like that.
The top 10 are all under an hour 25 for 2 1,000-piece puzzles. It's absolutely amazing that the U.S. is able to have that strong of a contingency.
Yep.
And here comes another finish. They got the last 2 in. Oh, there's one more. Oh, there's another one.
I'm like,
off to the
it's
side.
so
Is it an extra
painful.
one?
It's like, wait, where?
Where is it? Come on, you can do it. We believe. Keep it under 235. There
They
it
did
is.
it. They did it. That was table 98 there. So that is the .coms. Yep. Meredith, Hannah, Tulsi, and Himakshi. We have 1 to go, I think.
Okay.
One
There's
to
one
go.
more. Oh,
I'm so proud you guys are
look
getting
at them
to be
all moving just towards that table now.
Yeah.
You were right about that traveling cheering squad.
Oh, look at him now.
Yeah, the whole crew is moving over to this last table. The judges have surrounded them.
They're not.
Like, if there is ever a time to not lose a piece,
Right?
it is
Now
whenever
is the
you have
time.
the entire army of judges right there, ready to pounce at a moment's notice.
So it is table 100, Heather. Look at that. Table 100 is
Table
going to
100.
finish in 100th place.
This is Maggie, Molly, Rachel, and I think there's one more on
Maggie,
there.
Molly, Rachel, and Tanya.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It didn't show up on my thing, but they are doing a great job here. You can see they are surrounding this puzzle. They've elected not to use the third side, but they do have a mascot holding up part of the box. You can see that there's a little bit of dancing going on. Usually dancing helps. It keeps the adrenaline rolling. They are going to be able to get these in. Tanya focusing so hard on that bottom part of the puzzle. We can't quite see because the box is in the way, but they're doing a fantastic job. We know that the entire cheering crowd is right beside them, getting ready to call in the last 20 pieces of this. There might be all closer to 35. They are so close to
They got a
wrapping
little
this
ways
up.
to go, but they're getting there. I will say,
It looks like there might be 2 shell-shaped holes. That's difficult to say.
They might be a little shell-shocked at the moment, but
I'm really excited to do this puzzle. I love seeing all the different textures of the shells. And the sky. I absolutely like.
Oh, yeah. Jessa Douglas
Start that.
was quite pleased to see that sky pull out of the puzzle.
I have a dear friend, I won't say who it is, but it was somebody that I raced with in Spain once, who was telling me just last night that they are not a particular fan of any kind of puzzles related to the sea or oceans. And I said, oh, and I walked away.
Hi, family. Love you.
I loved it. I don't
We
know
had a
if you
good
guys
chuckle about
saw
it today.
the end of the individual round today where we had the last puzzler who finished, and she was hilarious. I think it was Hallie was her name.
Yeah.
And she was like doing this, and it was like super excited, just like super animated. It was so good. Just so fun.
I got to be part of her cheering squad.
Oh,
That
you
was
were?
awesome.
Okay,
Yep, I was right there too.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh wow! Look at this. They're using the bottom of the box as a sorting tray. So they have several pieces inside of there.
Differentiate a little bit.
There's a little bit of gap. I think it's that central. Yeah, it's that central conch
it's
that has the brown patterning
that's
on
tripping
there.
everybody up. It's everybody's last kind of bit are these like tan, the mixture of all these different ones with the little bit of like patterns, brown spots on them.
Yeah.
So there we got everybody
This is
up
the
looking at it.
lovely Val Coit, in case
Jim,
you haven't gotten to see her
Heather,
a whole lot.
Becca. I'm so glad you guys.
We're just admiring the details on the puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you got a chance to come over and join us before the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch all these back later. It's going to be fun.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started speed puzzling, my father asked how fast I could do a 1,000. At that time, I don't remember what I said, but it was right around this amount. I think it took me about 2.5 hours at that stage. And he said, oh, in that sort of like, oh, I thought you were going to say like 10 minutes kind of a way. And then I did the math on it, and I, off the top of my head, I can't remember how many it was, but I said, oh, well, it's, that's roughly this many pieces per minute. And he said, okay. And I said, so that's placing a piece, once every few seconds. And he was like, oh. So I have found that looking at it from the pieces per minute level really helps people understand. So in the case of this team finishing a puzzle around whatever we predict here, I don't know, the 2 minute 40.
It's going to be about
40 something
12.5 pieces per minute or so, which
Yeah.
means that each person is putting in 3 pieces every minute, which
That's
means that you're trying
remarkable.
to get one about every 13 and a half seconds or so.
Yeah, with 8 arms working in the same space. It is remarkable. So even the 100th place of our teams here is still, like, compared to the average human population, this is remarkable.
Yes. Yeah, it's so impressive.
Yeah, it's so cool.
You can tell they're not too stressed. They're having a good time. They're like waving.
As it should be.
Dancing. Yes, exactly.
I
Have fun
think they're,
with it.
they're cheering for themselves every time they get a piece in,
Yep.
as they should.
Exactly.
Every little bit of success is still success, and they are doing a great job closing this out.
Oh, I like the team name, Nor'easters.
Aw.
They're bringing the storm.
Yeah, that's
Desperate
right.
need to know the name of that mascot.
Yeah, find that out for us, crew. What's
T-Rex?
the name of their T-Rex?
Yeah, what's the name of the T-Rex? I think there's another mascot that's helping hold up the box as well.
I have heard T-Rex used as a metaphor for puzzlers with shorter arm spans. Someone has called me a T-Rex once because I usually have to be closer to the puzzle.
table.
If I try to reach across, I end up just kind of like slamming all the pieces in the way.
Getting a little bit of an overhead shot here.
See, and I thought
Oh,
that was
that's
for
neat.
puzzlers that, if you start moving the piece, their eye just gets attracted to it. And they kinda look around with
So now the overhead shot is helpful for our viewers to see too, because it shows you that the light in the venue is changing. Like, we're looking at this puzzle from the side. They're looking at it from directly above, where it's a lot more difficult to see exactly what you're looking
a little more
at.
glare, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and when you have a team, you can also put shadows onto the puzzle itself. So being able to adjust how you're standing or where your arms are sometimes makes a little bit of a color difference for where one person is working on it. But they're doing a great job getting around each other. I'm so excited. They know that the end is close here.
Just having fun.
They're under 20 minutes.
I know. I was going to say, are we going to do letting them know kind of where they're at?
I believe
don't
it's
know.
a hot dog. It is, in fact, a.
Oh, they have a
it's hot
timer.
dog.
Yep, they have a hot dog, and they have a
Okay.
timer, so they know. They know about how much time they've got left.
It is almost hot dog time, I think. The jigsaw jig helping them solve this jigsaw puzzle as quickly as possible.
I I know. I feel kind of bad for them because all the focus is on them right now, and it is kind of quiet in here. I think a lot of people are downstairs probably making their last-minute purchases before the exhibitor hall closes. I was going to ask you, Becca, if you could talk a little bit about, I mean, how many different puzzle companies do we have here this weekend?
It's pretty amazing. We set out with I don't remember what our initial goal was, 10, 15, something like that. And then as we got more and more interest, we kept slightly nudging the goal upwards. We have 38 companies here with us, which is amazing. And it's a huge number. It's also only a fraction of the puzzle companies that are out there. So we're really in a jigsaw puzzling boom that started in 2020 for probably self-obvious reasons, but has continued to this day. And I think it's a really incredible sort of alternate activity to do where you're taking your brain away from a screen. But let's watch the close here. I think people are starting to get really excited, so I'll stop yammering.
I think they're down to about 17 pieces or so. You see those pieces are coming out of the box. They are out of the box now. They're on the table. We can see that they're all going to have access to it. You can see Tanya reaching over with her right hand. They have all gone to one-hand mode in order to try to solve this out. They are using the little bitty tiny tidbits of dark and light in order to try to get those in, alternating between the most unique color and the least unique color, trying to bounce around through. They've reached the point of zero ambiguity. Any piece they pick up can go in at this point. There are no major gaps. Everything they can do, it's going to be pure shape work at this point. They have some three prongs. They have a lot of standards that are left, but they're going to be able to get this out. Can they keep this under the 2-hour and 44-minute line?
Oh, come on.
We have
under
1 minute
2:45. Let's
and 7
see
seconds left. All the pieces are in the hand. You can see they've used it like a tray to bring it closer to where they're working on. That access is going to be so crucial here. You can see that they're picking pieces off of each other's hands in order to get them in. That is beautiful teamwork closing out. They're cheering for themselves getting the extra piece in. Absolutely, they should be doing that. They're doing a superhuman task, getting this puzzle done under the 3-hour line. They're down to the last 7 pieces or so. They're picking it out of each other's hands. There's 4 pieces remaining. They are clapping. They are bringing them in. Are they keeping it under the 2-hour and 45-minute line? I think they're going to do it. They're down 2-hour and 44 and 31. There it is!
That is fantastic.
I love the enthusiasm.
Congratulations. We have cleared the room. We have cleared the United States Nationals team's final competition.
15 minutes to go, everybody, and we have cleared the room. The Nor'easters coming in. Table 100. Congratulations, everybody. Woo!
Sorry for the AV team.
That is okay. I love it, Jim. Bring in the noise.
Over 15 minutes before the deadline. Great job.
The entire cheering section over there just hyped.
That was amazing. Becca, Heather, thank you so much for coming over. I'm so glad you got to come and visit with us. Yes, and I mean, just so proud of everything and your efforts, all of everybody, the puzzlers. So fantastic. It's been a pleasure. Jim, as always, where can people find you?
Great job, you guys. They can find me on Instagram at nerd_puzzle.
Heather? Where can
MN Puzzle Mom.
MN Puzzle Mom. And Becca?
And I'm Jigsologist.
Nice. Okay, so everybody, again, thank you so much for joining us. This has been an outstanding weekend. We hope you'll be back for closing ceremonies to watch us congratulate all these amazing puzzlers. We're going to be kicking that off at 5:30 p.m. On our YouTube channel. We'll be right back here in about an hour and 15 minutes, a little more time of a break than we thought we were going to have. So exciting to have everybody finish in 2 hours, 45 minutes. What an event this has been. So incredible. Love sharing the stage with you here, Jim, and thank you so much for being part of this.
Thanks for having me on here. And yeah, everybody go watch the closing ceremonies. Be there or be a parallelogram.
Yep. And thanks again, Bether. I've come up with something new. It's Bether. It's the Becca Heather. I may be losing it a little bit, but
it beats the pants off Hecka.
Yeah, right. So much fun, everybody. We love you all in the chat and watching with us, and we just had a fabulous weekend, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And just thanks so much to everybody. This has been great. See you at closing ceremonies.
See you all later.
Happy puzzling.